Every play's a statement, coach head on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactical rise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field, we hustle every snap like it's told. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drive, coach heads breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.
So what's going on? 1, 2,
in Iowa State. Big 12 action. These guys are in Ireland playing the first game of the season. Man, I'm pretty stoked about this, man. I hope those of you who tap in feel the same way. So right now, it's a little pregame going on. Game is supposed to be kicking off around 12, probably around 12-7, 12-8. Usually how it goes along. So, but we'll see what happens. I'm really excited. I did my preview earlier this week of the Big 12. And I gave you a breakdown of the teams in the Big 12 and what I thought about each team. So let me just bring that up so I can read that real quick. The breakdown as far as, let's see if I can find that for us. Here we go. So we had Kansas State. They have 51 returning lettermen, 10 returning starters. Chris Kleiman hands the keys to Avery Johnson, the electric dual threat who tilts numbers with quarterback runs and deep shot. K-State's identity composed special teams. Situational mastery remains. If Johnson protects the ball and the Wildcats reload at the skill spots, they've got clear Big 12 title upside thanks to that quarterback ceiling and program consistency. So there you have it as far as Kansas State. Two spots up is actually Iowa State. They have 53 returning lettermen and 13 returning starters. Now, Matt Campbell rides the continuity wave. Quarterback Rocco Beck returns to distribute a timing-based pass game, while massive defensive tackle Dominique Orange anchors a stingy front. Cyclones win with execution, field position, and few mistakes. If Beck continues his steady climb and the front keeps offenses behind the sticks, Iowa State will quietly stack wins again. So there you have it. In terms of where things lie in the Big 12. Now, I actually have them in terms of ranking. Iowa State is in the 3rd spot and Kansas State is in the 5th spot. So this is a big game to start the season in the Big 12. This is going to be, in terms of positioning. Now, ESPN has Kansas State ranked 17th and Iowa State ranked 22nd. I didn't do a ranking. I thought about it. Just been a lot going on. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw something together and get it started a little bit later. Right now, it's showing the field, panning the different fans from each of the teams. So right now, you have our announcers um, talking, Dave Pash and Dusty Dorfacek, talking up the game itself. So we're getting into that mode, getting ready for the kickoff soon. Hopefully, they'll be kicking off in about hopefully in about 5-10 minutes, somewhere in that range. So let's see what happens as we go along. So if you guys are here, make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you're new, subscribe, hit the notification, and everyone, make sure you share on all your social media platforms. I truly appreciate it. So, man, again, college football is finally here, man. What more can you say? Been waiting for this for a long time. Some real football. So, excuse me. Wow. This is what I've been waiting for the longest while, guys. I don't know about you, but this is going to be a great season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to everything associated with college football. I mean, anybody who knows me knows I'm big on college football. So it's my number one sport. It really is. I can go on and on for days talking about this beautiful sport. So hopefully this is going to be a great game and it lives up to the hype. People will tune in and enjoy, and this will get us going. I'm probably also going to be doing another game later on tonight. I was talking about it around 7 o'clock. It's an HBCU game. It should be North Carolina Central. Let me just double check that. Yeah, North Carolina Central and Southern. That'll be on the ABC networks. Love HBCU, and that kicks off around 7:30 tonight. So I'm definitely going to be tapped in. I'll be tapped into a few other games. I mean, they got quite a few. You got University. I guess this is the Nicholas State and UIW. You also have Idaho State and UNLV. UIW and Nicholas State is at 1 o'clock. Idaho State UNLV is at 4 o'clock. Portland State and Charleston State is at 4:30. Fresno State and Kansas is at 6:30. Mercer and UC Davis is actually at 7. You have Sam Houston State and Western Kentucky at 7. Stanford and Hawaii at 7:30. So there you go. Man, college football is here. I'm so stoked. So again, like I said, make sure you guys tune in and enjoy all the games, man. I'm loving it, man. What more can I say? College football is finally back. And I am a college football junkie. So that's all I can tell you. I'm that type of a junkie. So I just love the games. I love everything about it. So, and hopefully you guys are football junkies just like me. So, okay. So right now you're just having pre-game talks. But again, like I said, I broke down earlier my thoughts in reference to the teams. Let me just pull up some stats. Let me pull up my full field still and really dive into these teams. So we're going to start out with, let's see, guess Iowa State. Now, last year they scored 435 points and gave up 321. So roughly they average about 31. This is Iowa State. Now they average about 31 points a game and gave up about 23 points a game. Now the leading rusher last year was Carson Hansen, 765 rushes, and 13 touchdowns. So Hanson should be back this year. So expecting to see him get contribute again. Rocco Beck was the leading passer. He threw for 3,000.
Hey, my treat today.
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discovery.
And
You're stuck in
hold
the
on a
past.
moment.
Unlike me.
Okay, the game will be coming on soon. So there we have it. And they just finished the coin toss. So, but Beck, like I said, threw for 3,005 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So it's going to be a key contributor offensively for Iowa State. So, and let's take a look here at Kansas State. Kansas State scored 401 points and gave up 304. So roughly scoring about 31 and giving up about 23. Leading rusher last year was DJ Giddens. Looks like he's gone. Looks like Iowa State is going to be receiving. Kansas State will be kicking off. Giddens ran for 1,375. It's projecting Dylan Edwards will take over, and he ran for 557 yards. Avery Johnson threw for 2,712 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. And here is the kickoff. And the kick is away deep into the end zone. Fair catch. And Kansas State will be coming out to start. I'm sorry, Iowa State. Rocco Beck will be the starting quarterback to play. His father is actually Anthony Beck. So there you go. Football bloodlines right there. So previously he was a 2023 freshman of the year. So he has 18 wins as a starting quarterback, third most in school history. So he's a very a winner, if you want to say that. So all right, so we have a 1st and 10 on the 25. Iowa State shifted from a heavy right and unbalanced to the left. And it's an off tackle to the weak side with a backside pull to their running back. Hanson as the running back. And it looks like he picked up about 3 yards on the play. So there you go. Should be about a 2nd and 7. So you got 14:38 and counting. They're in a quick tempo. Looks like they're in a 2-by-2 with a wing to the left. In a pistol formation. Rocco's made a signal call, and they're running off tackle to the left and bounced it outside. Kansas State strung it out, and it looks like he picked up about another 3 yards. So it should be right now a 3rd and about 4. So good seal block by the left tackle, but bounced it out, and cornerback beat his block and filled and forced it. It's now a 3rd and 3, actually. So he picked up 4 yards on that first run. So clock is still running. It's about 13:50 in the game. They're in a empty set. Hanson motioned across, and Rocco takes a quarterback run with a backside pull. And he looks like he picks up the first down. Looks like he picked up about 7 or 8 yards. So tight end pulled off of the backside, sailed the edge, let him get up the side. He spun, and he dove forward for about, he picked up about 7 yards. So quick tempo. They're going pretty quickly now. Hand off to Hanson again. Bounce to the left side off tackle, and he picks up about 4 yards. So they're getting good runs right now. So, and this is to be expected, especially when it's the first game. You know, you're trying to feel each other out. So, you know, you want to go quick tempo to really get the defense offset, because they may not have prepared for this. So right now, Iowa State is on the ball again. Play action, quick pass, and the receiver bobbled and dropped the pass. So Green dropped the pass. So it'll be a 3rd and 6 when we come back to action. So pass was slightly high, and a little bit behind him. But he got his hands on it, so he should have brought that pass in. So we have a 3rd and 6, 12:44 on the clock, 10 seconds on the play clock. Tight end to the left, 3 to the right. Running back is to the right of the quarterback. Ball is snapped. Good protection. And they collapsed and they got the sack. 91 for Kansas State got the sack. There's the first sack of the season. And it looks like it's about maybe a 7-yard loss. Yeah, it looks like it might be maybe a 5 or 6 yard loss. So it's 4th and 10, so 6 yards. So there it is. So Kansas State will be punting from their own 40-yard line, and the ball is away. Returners drop back, fumble the ball, and Kansas State recovered at about Iowa State recovered at the Kansas State. Looks like it'll be about the 8 or 9 yard line. The returner had the ball bobbled, and it just fell right on the ground. So there it is. There's the first turnover, and this is great opportunity for Iowa State. They're going to be having the ball right in the red zone, roughly at about the Kansas State, probably around the 8-yard line. So pretty exciting. Had the ball cradled, and it went right through his hands because he tried to look up ahead of time instead of focusing the ball, watching the ball into the basket. So now Iowa State excited, pretty excited with what's going on. They're lined up. So let's see. Yeah, they're about the 8-yard line on the left hash mark. So they're in an unbalanced I formation. Quick pitch to Hansen, and looks like he might have lost a yard. All right, so in terms of uniform colors, Iowa State has their red helmets with gold stripings and gold cyclo piping, white jerseys with red numbers, and red pants. Kansas State has their traditional silver helmets with the purple purple jersey, and their silver pants with purple and white striping. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Shotgun. And down goes Rocco again, sacked by number 44. There's the 2nd sack of the season. So Asunafami got the sack. Looks like he beat the tackle right around the edge on the play. So tackle couldn't get there. It was a little flat-footed, and he lunged, and he just beat him with straight speed to the outside. So there goes this 2nd sack Asunosami. Sorry if I messed up his name. So right now we're at a 3rd and goal, and they're at the 16. So Iowa State is moving backward, going double mug. Here it comes with the heavy pressure and pass into the end zone to number 84. There's a flag on the play. So this will be the first flag of the season. He got pressure again from Asunosami, if I said his name correctly. But let's see. We have pass interference on the defense. So looks like it might have been in the end zone. So are they going to spot this at the 2-yard line? So it looks like they ran some type of a smash route combination. Yeah, they ran a smash route, and the cornerback hooked number 7, hooked the receiver when he was coming through. So ball is placed at about the 3-yard line. They're in the shotgun, heavy off to the right, off tackle to the left, and looks like he picks up about 2 yards. Who was that who ran the ball? Number 24 for Iowa State. So this will be a 2nd and goal. Looks like it's Swan. So here we go. Iowa State is threatening. 2nd and goal. Looks like it's from the 1. Rocco is under the center. I formation with a fullback. So there we go. Quick toss. And the ball pitched and fumbled, and Kansas State recovers. Looks like they recover about their own 7-yard line. The pitch was a little bit high, but it was in his hands, and it went through his hands into the air and fell on the ground. So now Kansas State, each team with a turnover deep in Kansas State territory. This is a big win for Kansas State. Yeah, the ball was pitched high right into the running back's face. Quarterback responsibility is, when you pitch it, you got to keep it to the midsection of the running back. So, but there you go. It's a turnover, and now Kansas State will be coming at. What's up, Halftime? Thanks for tapping in. Really appreciate you, brother. Normally, we would be preparing to do our show around 2 o'clock, the Halftime Coaching Adjustment Show, but I wanted to cover this game because it's the start of the college football season. So, but we will be back, bringing you all the action in from 2:00 forward. So, but again, thank you, Halftime, and I'm glad that your wife is home, and hope everything's going well for you guys. You guys always are in my thoughts. So, but we're in a commercial break, man. A lot of stuff going on in this game already, man. A lot of stuff. Exciting turnovers, movement. Iowa State was moving the ball down the field, so a lot of quick tempo to try and catch Kansas State. So there you go. So just a quick turn. Yeah, Nicole Auerbach says it best. 2 turnovers in 5 minutes. This game is awesome. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Correct. So, and this is the beauty of college football. So, you have young players, just coming into their own, not totally in the pro aspect, but they're building themselves up, and there you go. So, and already 2 turnovers to start the season, man. And it's deep in Kansas State territory. So Kansas State did get the turnover. So let's see what they can do going forward. Will they be able to drive? It should be to their advantage to a certain extent, because you know what? Iowa State doesn't know what they're going to do for this year. Now, you do take a look a little bit at what they did last year, just to get a little familiarity with the coaching staff philosophy. Sometimes with the players, things change. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm really eager to see what Kansas State is going to do. Kansas State, unfortunately, they beat my Scarlet Knights last year in the bowl game. Rutgers was winning, but turned around and ended up losing the game. Though you didn't have certain key players. I do think if you had Kyle Monungai, it might have been a different story. So, but we'll see what happens. So. All right, so came back to action. They ran a play already, so it's going to be a second down. Looks like it might have been about 2 or 3 yard on the pickup on the run. All right, Kansas State is picked up 2 yards. They're at their 9-yard line. They're in the shotgun. They ran a split zone to the running back. Looks like he picked up about another yard. So it should be 3rd and 7 when we come back to action. Johnson is the quarterback. Like I said, last year passed for over 2,700 yards. He also rushed for over 600 yards last year. So he has a little dual threat action in him. So, you can't just sit back and expect him to pass. He can tuck the ball and run. So let's see what happens. Right now, running back out of the backfield, double wing tight end. So you have an empty set, 2 wide receivers to the left. Here comes the pressure. Quick pass low, and the receiver couldn't bring the ball in. So it's going to be a 3 and out for Kansas State right now. So both defenses are bringing pressure. They're bringing pressure. They're speeding the quarterbacks up. They're trying to take away the rhythm, and they're also impacting the offensive line. So Will we see them go to a little bit more run heavy aspects? It's going to be intriguing. Right now, Kansas State, interesting formation, and the punt is away. Fair catch and caught around the Iowa State 43-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for our Iowa State. So this game is actually being played in Dublin, Ireland. So beautiful scenery. Hey, I've heard that some of the lagers, the ales, the beers are pretty good and tasty. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to get out there and try it out and see. So if you've been out there, throw it in the chat. Let us know what you think. How is it out there? So all right. So let's see if I can give you a stat breakdown right now. All right, yeah, game is 0-0. Beck is 0 for 1. He's been sacked twice. Hansen has run 4 times for 10 yards, long of 5. Beck has ran, well, basically 2 of those are sacks. He's 3 for -4. Sama ran 2 times for -4. Kansas State. Johnson 0 for 1 also. Jackson is the running back, ran 2 times for 3 yards. So not really a lot of action going on right now. So Iowa State has the early time of possession, 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes, while Kansas State is a little bit over a minute. Third down efficiency, Iowa State is 1 for 2. Kansas State is 0 for 1. So again, like I said, really not many yards within this game in a sense. Yeah, it looks like interesting in terms of total yards. Iowa State, for everything that they've done, they have 2 yards, and Kansas State has 3 yards. So, hey, but again, it's early, 8:30 left in the first quarter. So, and like I said to you earlier, they're filling each other out. This is what's going to happen in these type of games, especially the first game of the season. I mean, again, this is the very first college football game at all levels. So, but again, it is some excitement. 2 turnovers early in the game. So, by 1 by each team. Right now, Iowa State is going to get their second possession when we come back to action, and they should be about their 43-yard line. So, okay, looks like they're going to be coming out in a split gun. They are, and they're pulling to the left side. Looks like Hanson might have picked up about a yard on the play. So there you go. It's going to come down to a 2nd and 9. Looks like something's going on in the Kansas State sideline there with one of their coaches. So I hope everything is all right. All right, so they're in the shotgun action. Quick pass to the left, and it looks like he picked up about maybe 5 yards. Is it going to be about a 3rd and 4? Back pass to the receiver on the left. Picked up 6 yards, so it's going to be a 3rd and 3. So what do you do right now if you're Kansas State? Looks like you should be over midfield. So yeah, you're right about the 49-yard line. So is this 2 downs to go 3? Something you want to consider. So they're at the Kansas State 40-yard line, motion across. And Beck was looking, looked to his right, had a receiver right over the middle sitting, and rushed the pass, and the ball went into the ground. So it's going to be a 4th and 3, and it looks like they're going to punt. If I'm Kansas State, to be honest with you, I'm actually going to play a safe coverage in the punt just in case they might try to fake it. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like they have a different returner back there for the return. And there's the snap. The punt's away. And it's fielded at around the Kansas State 11-yard line. So there you have it. No fumble this time. So Johnson and Kansas State will be back to action in just a little bit. So, and last year Johnson looks like he had a school record of 25 passes, 3 games with 2 interceptions though. So he can be a little risky. So we'll see what happens in this game. So already we've had 1 turnover apiece. Both of those though look like they were fumbles. So motion in from the tight end, 2x2, back to the left. Ball was deflected, but he was caught by an offensive lineman. Looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard loss on that play, though. Johnson, was passing, deflected by number 88 and caught by number 74. So that's offensive lineman's dream, if anything, but he want to at least try and make a play. So looks like it was a 3-yard loss, so it'll be 2nd and 13. You're giving the running back a play, and it looks like just back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 3rd down for Kansas State. So here we have it, 6:10 on the clock, and running 3rd and 13 for Kansas State. They're not doing a good job in terms of moving the football right now. So let's see. You have a motion in, and they're just trying to run it. Gave to the running back. Looks like he picked up about maybe 5 yards. They're just trying to clear out so they can get a better punt and be away from the goal line. So it'll be a 4th down. And the punt teams are coming, and punt return teams for each respective team is coming onto the field. So Kansas State is on the horn for the punt. A little bit of pressure, the ball's away. And it looks like it's going to be down at around the Kansas State 49-yard line. So Iowa State is going to be in plus territory. Iowa State, you have the opportunity. You are, in a sense, winning the field position game. You should at least have a field goal on the board. You should. That turnover right now really hurt you from earlier. So, personally speaking, I'm not turning into a quick pitch unless it's a true toss to the outside. It looks like it was a pitch going up inside, and different philosophy, ideology, not my cup of tea. Hopefully, if you run into that situation again, it's just a regular straight handoff. It's not a toss where you run into that situation. Maybe later in the season you do that, but not right now. So we'll see what as we go along. So taking a look here. Nothing new. Okay. So again, giving a quick stat update in terms of this game. It's really not much, to be brutally honest with you. I mean, in terms of total yards, Kansas State has 5, Iowa State has 9. That's how tough it is. Each team has had a turnover, but it's sloppy. It's sloppy. It's the first game of the season. I get it. Hopefully they start to pick it up as they go along. So Iowa State has had 2 first downs. Kansas State hasn't had anything. It's just 2 3 and outs, literally. So yeah, -3 in terms of passing yards. So there you have it. I mean, in terms of what's going on in this game. So, but still expecting it to improve as we go along. So, all right. So, right now we're in a commercial break and we're just waiting to get back to action. So, Iowa State is going to have their 3rd possession. This time they should be starting at the Iowa State 49-yard line. So yeah, we'll see what happens when we go from there. So you guys, what do you think about this game that you're watching? Let me know. Talk to me. Make sure you put it in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button and sub up and hit the notification, all that good stuff. So Edwards, who fumbled for Kansas State earlier on the punt, looks like he went to the side, to the back. So it looks like he might be out with an injury. So we have 5:10 left on the first quarter, 1st and 10 for Iowa State. In the pistol, I'm sorry. They have a tight end to the left, a wing to the right, 2 receivers. They're going off tackle on the run. And looks like this Hansen might have picked up about 2 yards on the play. So should be a 2nd and 8 when we come back to action. So clock is running, 4:55. Iowa State is going quick tempo. Calling the plays right there at the line. They're in a 2-by-2 to a wing to the right. Running back off to the right of the quarterback. Play action. And there it is to the tight end in the flat. And looks like he picked up the first down. Looks like he picked up about 8 yards on the play. So good action, good run, good rub concept. So yeah, he picked up about a good 8-9 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of Kansas State. RPO action and good pass to the receiver. Looks like there's a pickup of about 14 yards. So Iowa State is now starting to get into a rhythm. So, hey, what's up, Arku? Yeah, I know. Hey, sloppy action, but it's first game of the season. I'm going to be honest. It's the first game of the season. I do expect sloppiness, even the turnovers. You're playing out there in Ireland, different environment. Looks like it's raining out there. So, but hey, Iowa State is starting to get into their rhythm now. They're at about the 23-yard line, and there's a lob over the pass, and there's the first touchdown of the season. Good completion right over the top, layered it over the defensive back for that touchdown. So there you go. The first touchdown by Iowa State of the season. Dominic Overy with a 23-yard pass over B, with a 23-yard pass. So there you have it in the first quarter. 4 plays, 49 yards, a minute 44. Iowa State looks like they're starting to figure out what Kansas State is doing. I don't see a lot of heavy blitzing like the first series with Kansas State, where they got the pressure, they got the 2 sacks. But right now, there it is. Short field. That's the other advantage because they forced Kansas State to 3 and out and to punt, and it didn't even get across midfield. So you played with a short field, and there you go. So looks like Overby just ran it right. They did a little action. ran it and just ran a straight seam. And he stacked the safety, got on top of him, and there it is. Once he got over the top of him, boom, there is the 6. So good job, good pass, good catch, and there you go, the first touchdown of the season. So there we go. Now, what can Kansas State do to adjust? Because they're going 2 3 and outs. You can't. Now, Iowa State for the 7 points. That's good. That turnover earlier, deep in the red zone. It could easily be a 14-0 game right now. Iowa State has had the opportunity. So Kansas State, you need to get a drive, a consistent drive, not another 3 and out. You need to move the football down the field. Worst case scenario, get 3 points. Best case, answer that touchdown. So there's the kickoff. The ball is going out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty. And Kansas State will start in good field possession. So just these defensive duds. Dominic Orange, yeah. I spoke about him earlier in the pregame. He's a big defensive lineman. So let's see. I mean, Kansas State has only ran 6 plays, so it doesn't seem like he's really getting into a defensive rhythm. So here we go. Kansas State is coming out onto the field. Let's see what happens. Iowa State is calling their adjustment call. Kansas State motion. They're running a 3-by-1. They're running off balance. There is a fake to, and oh wow, look at this. They ran a fake reverse, and number 1 took off. And there's a big explosive play by Kansas State. Good job. They ran to the unbalanced side also because number 1 came in motion. And he's the one, he came in motion, got into the quarterback spot. Quarterback went out to the outside, and they just ran it out of a wildcat type of a play. Here's the play. They ran a penalty, and looks like it's going to be a false start. Yeah, false start against Kansas State. So, but that was a good play because what you actually had, you had 2 receivers out wide to the left on the line. You actually had quarterback who left the quarterback position, went to the wing. You actually had an unbalanced situation. That receiver to the right came into the quarterback position, and they faked the reverse going back around to the right, and he kept it, and the alley was there. So come back to action, 2-by-2, 1-by-3, 2 tight ends, fake action, and good tight end dropped the pass. That was a pretty decent pass. Should have caught it. So there we have it. So Johnson's pass, yeah, it was there. It was a little behind him, but it was there. The tight end should have caught that pass. So you're going to have a 2nd and 15 now. So Kansas State is behind the sticks. So right now Johnson's waiting for the snap. They're at about the 37. There's a handoff, and it looks like a pickup of a handoff to Rice and a pickup of about 7 yards on the play. So when we come back to action, it'll be a 3rd down on the play. So yeah, it's a 3rd and 5. So he picked up 10 yards on the play. So 2nd and 15, 2:15 on the play clock, 3rd and 5 on the play. Kansas State is looks like they're starting to get into some type of rhythm. They're at the Iowa State 27-yard line. There's an orbit motion into a pistol, handoff to 4, and filled, and it looks like he picked up of about, they're giving him the 1st down, looks like. Okay, no, it says 4th down on the screen. 4th and what? It's 4th and 1. Okay. So it looks like Kansas State is bringing in their heavier package. They're in the huddle. Looks like the crowd is starting to get into it. So let's see what's going on. And stopping the play. Did we get a timeout by Kansas State? Okay, so right now, yeah, you definitely want to get this right. Some pretty good games next weekend for Labor Day weekend. You got Syracuse, Tennessee, Nebraska to Alabama, Florida State next Saturday night. LSU and Clemson, 2 in the top 10 Saturday night. So you have some even Georgia Tech at Colorado, which is on Friday. So, games start Thursday. So there's going to be games going throughout the weekend next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So what's up, Chad? Thanks for tapping in, man. Yeah, clap, smack them up. Yeah, you know how we do. So when we come back to action, 4th and 1 by Kansas State. Johnson's under the center. They're running a tight trips. And they just ran it straight up the middle. And looks like he picked up about 5 yards on the play. So that's a first down for Iowa State. So there we go. So Kansas State, the state. They ran just straight inside zone. So good job by the offensive line to clearing it out. So they're running a split gun with the wing to the left and a motion across with the wing. Fake action, fumbled, and he picked it up and he threw it away. So sloppy right there also. So on that action, the quarterback got the ball knocked out of his hand. Running back is doing what he's supposed to do. That's on the quarterback. You've got to make sure you secure the pass on that one. I mean, the football on that one. So when we come back, it'll be a 2nd and 10 for Kansas State at the Iowa State 16-yard line. Here's the motion. Blitz off the wing. He missed him, and Johnson still carried forward. Looks like he picked up about maybe 4 to 5 yards. So if that's the case, it's going to be a 3rd and 5 roughly. So picked up 6 yards. So it's a 3rd and 4 right now for Kansas State. So Iowa State, you want to hold them. Like I said earlier, if you're Kansas State, you want to come down and you want to match that touchdown. And that's what you're looking like you're doing. You're getting into an offensive rhythm. Iowa State, you want to hold them. You want to stay in the front, force them to kick a field goal. That's your best case scenario. Have them kick a field goal, and then you still have the lead, and you're going to get the football back after the kickoff. So there we have it. That's the end of the first quarter. So Iowa State is up 7-0 over Kansas State in this early Big 12 matchup. 2 ranked teams within the Big 12, according to ESPN. Kansas State at 17, Iowa State at 22. So Iowa State has been, with their sloppiness, they've gotten into a rhythm to get that scoring going on. And that's what you want to do going forward. So taking a look here at the box score. Time of possession is getting closer. Iowa State is a little bit over 8 minutes. Kansas State is at about almost 7 minutes, 6:43. Iowa State has 5 first downs. Kansas State has 2. Third down efficiency. Iowa State is 1 of 3. Kansas State is 0 for 3. But Kansas State is 1 of 1 on 4th down. Total yards, actually, Kansas State is leading Iowa State 65 yards to 58 yards. So the short field is probably one of the reasons. Passing yards, Iowa State has 54. Kansas State is at a -3. That's because of the sacks. But in terms of rush yards, Iowa State has 4. Kansas State has 68 rush yards. So there you have it. So Both teams have one turnover. Both are fumble. So there you have it for the most part. Iowa State, you have Beck, who's 4'6", 54 yards, 1 touchdown. Hansen has 6 carries for 12 yards. Beck is 3 for -4. Sama is 2 for -4. Overbay has 2 receptions on 2 targets for 29 yards and 1 touchdown. So, and then as far as Kansas State, Johnson is 1 of 4 for -3 yards. Brown has 1 carry for 33 yards. That's a beautiful play. Jackson is 6 carries for 19 yards. Dice 1 carry for 10 yards, and Johnson 1 for 6. So there you have it. Those are the breakdowns in terms of team box scores offensively. So still a sloppy game, but a close game. And hey, these teams know each other. They're both in the Big 12. You know, even if you're going out to Ireland to play, still know your opponent. You know, now the weather, a little sloppy. You know, Iowa State, though, they've had their opportunity. They really should be up 14-0 right now, to be brutally honest. You know, that fumble deep in the Iowa State, at the Iowa State 7-yard line. I'm sorry, Kansas State 7-yard line. That was a big one right there. You know, you would have at least kicked the field goal and been up 10 points, but I think they would have scored a touchdown the way they were going and the rhythm they were in. So, but hey, right now, Kansas State, you have your 3rd and about 4. You know, pick up first down or score a touchdown. Let's see what you can do. So, it's very interesting. I like what I'm seeing in terms of the football, the teams feeling each other out. So we'll see what happens as we go forward. You know, what is going to happen? So, and there we go. Okay, so but what are you guys thoughts about this game? You know, our crew basically says sloppy fest, turnover fest. So, you know, what about the rest of you guys? You know, let me know what you think. So, looks like we're coming back to action. Both teams are in the huddle. Kansas State is coming up to the line, 3rd and 4. Start of the second quarter. So they're in a shotgun. 3, actually they're unbalanced. Fake to the running back outside, and there he goes, Johnson. Right up the middle for the touchdown. Good run. So there's the answer for Kansas State. 10-yard touchdown run by Avery Johnson. They were unbalanced to the left. They faked going to the right. Defense flowed a little bit that way, and he pulled the football. And there was the alley, literally right up the middle. So they went 8 plays, 65 yards. So good job by Kansas State to respond to Iowa State and tie this game up, well, with it pending extra point. And there's the kick, and it's up, and it's good, and we are tied. So there you have it, 7-7 in Big 12 action. So they just ran some form of an outside zone. Boom, there it is, tight end split. Got down to the safety level, because the backside end just rolled hard towards the running back, didn't play his responsibilities. Going in a situation like that, you know, your responsibilities are boot, reverse, cutback. You know, you don't play cutback first. You know, so you take a couple of steps, squeezing, reading the quarterback, making sure that he hands that football off. If he had to stay true, I think he makes the play. You know, do they possibly get a first down? Maybe. But best case scenario, you stop it, and they're kicking a field goal. So, but now it's all tied up. All right, Iowa State, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to match that? So, what's up, Dave? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate that. Hope everything is well with you and your family, man. So, but right now, it's roughly 4:55 left in the second quarter, tied up at 7-7. Iowa State and Kansas State. So here we are, ready for the kickoff, and the ball's away, and They're fair catching, and they're going to bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. That's one rule in college football. If you're inside the 20, you can fair catch the ball, and it'll automatically be brought out to the 25-yard line. So there you go. So what's up, Blaze? Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for all the college football knowledge on your videos. Keep up trying, brother. Definitely trying, man. You know how I am about college football. I love the sport. So, and it was, good learning a lot in terms of some of the teams that I really didn't see, and that's just a little insight, but it's also opening the door to this beautiful season that's coming up. So Iowa State is lining up 4:55, like I said, in the second quarter. They're at the 25-yard line. They're in a 1-by-3 set with the tight end to the left. Running back is off to the left. Shotgun formation. There it is. Backside pull. And running back bounced it outside. And gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like he picked up about 2 yards. So, when is Texas playing next week? Let me tell you right now. Next week, week 2. Actually, and Iowa State is lining up. And a lot of movement, and it's empty set with a heavy wing to the right, motion across left to right, solo on the left side, pass dump off to the tight end, and he overthrew him. So Texas is actually playing at Ohio State next Saturday, 12 noon. That's a big game. Literally, CBS has it ranked at 1 and 3. Some publications have it 1 and 2. So that's going to be a big game, early season game. Love the idea of early season big games like that. So again, August 30th, Saturday, 12 noon on Fox. So Iowa State in the shotgun, 3-by-1 with the wing to the. And here they come. There's a strip sack and a fumble. Oh, there it is. Beck fumbled the ball again. So Kansas State recovers the football. So that's 2 fumbles by Iowa State. One deep in Kansas State territory. Now this one in their territory. So great opportunity for Kansas State. They're starting to get into their rhythm. I said it earlier. I didn't see a lot of blitzes, but here is one. They brought a cornerback off the blitz. So, and mix up between the right guard and the running back. The running back went to the outside. The right guard slid too far. Beck needed to protect that ball, man. Beck really needed to protect that ball. How is Rutgers looking this year? I'm really going to see. I've heard a lot of good reports. Right now, offensively, leadership, steady play at quarterback, multitude of running backs, big play wide receivers and tight end. Kansas State has the ball, split gun. There's the handoff, and good scrape and fill by the linebacker. That looks like a loss of about 4 yards. So good job there. Good scraping, filling. Defense forced the running back to bounce to the outside. So, but as far as Rutgers, the biggest issue right now is going to be the interior of their defensive line. How good are they going to be? So you have a tough test going up against the MAC champion, Ohio University. So it's going to be tough, and that's actually Thursday night. So it's 2nd and 13. There's the pass, a straight seam by the tight end. Oh, was uncovered. Quick pass, and there it is. Looks like he picked up about 12 yards. So it should be about a 3rd and 1. So good job again by Johnson getting the pass right there. Iowa State, you got to stop them. You really have to stop them. This is your opportunity to force them into a field goal. That's really what you want right now. You want a field goal. You don't want them to get into the rhythm. You were up. You had opportunities to really be up 14-0, and then you could be down 14-7. So here's the handoff to the running back, and looks like he's short. Looks like they're marking him short now. Do you go for it, Kansas State? You're in a rhythm. You're in field goal territory. You take the chance? Personally speaking, I'm a gambler. I'm going for it. I'm in Ireland. Yeah, I'm going for it. What's up, Nick? Thanks for tapping in, man. And looks like that's what they're doing. Looks like they're going to go for it right now. So, Johnson is under the center. So, motion across. You got heavy trips. And looks like they stopped him. Good job by Iowa State. Stopped him for a half a yard loss. They read it perfectly. Hey, I would have went for it. So, no, Nick, not today. I mean, college football is starting. This is the actual first game of the season. I'm a college football fanatic, so I wanted to cover this game. So, but we'll be back. We'll definitely be back. Going to talk to halftime. I think we might be doing something either tomorrow or next Sunday. I'm not sure. So we'll see. But stay tuned with that. So. But again, good job by Iowa State to force the turnover on down. So Blaze was shouting you out this morning. Oh, okay. Thank you, Blaze. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification. It's free. So I always have a saying, if it's free, it's for me. So make sure you guys share and on all your social media platforms. Definitely helping me get on the headset out there to everyone else that loves college football and wants to talk college football, wants to watch the college football games with me. So bring you my knowledge and my insight into the games and how I would approach certain situations. So, but hey, this game started out sloppy. Hey, it's turnovers, 2-1, total of 3 turnovers, but it's still a good game. Both teams know each other, same conference, even though they're playing in Ireland, they're both ranked. This is an early test in the Big 12. So whoever wins this gets an early step up. It's not just a regular win. You also have a conference win. So put you in the front and, you want to be in this position, especially hopefully going towards the end of the season. So I'm fine. I'm definitely fine. Thank you, man. Just had the little, flu bug, whatever, earlier last week. I mean, hey, we all get it, but I'm good. I mean, like I said, I finished up my college football series and, you guys go tap it out. Go check Coach Ed Sports. I have every conference in the FBS from the Big Ten to the Sun Belt. Every team that's in there, I give you a little insight into what's going on. So, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Talk to some people in reference to it. I'm listening. My man NYG always, talk to me about things. A couple other people. Coach A. Gladney's Amazing World of Sports was too long. I get it. It's just, my passion for sports. It's amazing, but, simple, streamlined. Everyone can eat. It's easier for everyone to follow. So there you go. So, I mean, I'm stubborn, but I'm not that stubborn. So I'll definitely make sure that, I definitely wanted to make sure that I gave everyone something that, you guys would appreciate, going forward. And everyone seems to love the new logo. So thank you. I really appreciate it. So, all right. So we'll be coming back to action in a little bit. It'll be 11:58 in the second quarter. No, I didn't do it. Someone did it for me. So, they helped me out. So, which I do appreciate. So, right now, you have a tight formation. It was a heavy wing to the right, motioned one of the wings out. They did a play action off tackle to the left, and they tried to hit the wing motion guy out to the right, and it was an overthrown or incomplete pass. So right now, it'll be a 2nd and 10. So Iowa State, I think you're getting away from what you did. You actually set up you had the run, so, and you're doing too much passing. There it is. The roll. You did a semi boot action, rolling to the right a little bit. Tried to throw back to the tight end coming across. I understand it's the right read, but the safety was right there. Came in right at the same time and hit the tight end, and now it's an incomplete pass. Situation like that, this is me. I'm just old school. I'm fundamental. I'm setting up deep in my territory, 7-yard line. First down, I would have ran the ball. I just would have ran the ball just to give myself. Now you're passing, got the ball out to the flat, and you look like you picked up only about maybe 4 yards. So now it's 4th and about 6. So now you're punting the ball and you're deep in your territory. So hopefully you can get the ball over half midfield. But if not, Dave, this is on ESPN. So you can tune into the ESPN network to watch the game and listen to me as I give you my reaction and how I would approach certain things. So punter's deep is at about 2 yards in his end zone. There's the punt. It's away. The ball is at about the 41 hair caught at the 41-yard line. So, okay, so you did, back them up a little bit. So that's good. So now Iowa State, your defense has to step up. Definitely has to step up. So I watched the game with no volume on because I got you. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. So, right now, I mean, the chess match each coaching staff is doing is it's good. I definitely like it. Me as a coach, I would definitely, these coaches would have me on my toes. So right now, Kansas State is lined up. Looks like they're in a, what is it? They're in a bunch extended to the left, 3 by 1. They're running some type of screen, and good job by the cornerback fighting through the box and making a tackle of Bradley for a loss. So good job, good read, good feel. And there we go. So what's up, Mitch? Thanks for tapping in, man. Really appreciate you, brother. So thanks for being here. So, but again, good job. 2-yard loss by Iowa State. Kansas State is backed up. They're in a pistol with a fullback to the right. Looks like they're unbalanced. Yeah, so they're running off to the right. They're bouncing it out. Good job by the defense, and another loss, a 1-yard loss. Good job by Iowa State. That's the one thing you want to do defensively. When teams are trying to run, you want to force them not to go straight downfield. You want to force them towards the sideline, so that way your defense can flow and make a play. And that's what Iowa State is doing right there. So good job. Another loss. So that's a 3rd and 13 right now. So if I'm Iowa State, I'm rushing the quarterback. I'm sending pressure. There's a false start. Right tackle, bounce back. So so there you go. So let's see, Coach, are you still involved with the Hurricane? No, the Hurricanes have been shut down since I first got sick. So no, the Hurricanes are done. So the guy I was a partner with, he just wanted to shut it down. He didn't want to carry it on. So I was hoping he did, but he didn't. So but I mean, I tried one more time trying to be head coach for another team, but you threw the flag on Iowa State, delay a game. Whoa. I'm with Campbell on that. That was on the tackle. How are they doing? Okay, that maybe they were calling signals out there. Then maybe they were saying something that sounded similar. That's tough. That's tough right there. So there's the snap. Tight end to the right, and big game right there. So a situation like that, you got to stay mentally focused, because there you go. Quick hitch. Cornerback bailed. They were in coverage, and I'm sorry, in the situation like, he was trying to call timeout. So yeah, So coach was trying to call timeout, simple pitch and catch, and good pick up there. So 1st and 10, 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Kansas State is moving, 37-yard line. That's a lateral. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. You get on that. And that's exactly what he did. Picked it up and kept on moving. So, so what you say, Nick? You will coach against. Nah, I have no doubt about that. So I'm doing what I got to do. Yeah, it's in my blood. Been there all my life. So, but got away with the hold there. But that's football. Always going to expect that. So here we have it. 8:25 in counting. 2nd and 11. So they're in a pistol formation. Tight end to the left, X to the right. And they're just running some type of inside zone. And there it is. Big hole and a fumble. And now we're even. Each team has 2 fumbles. So good hit. He had a good inside zone. Breaking away. Looked like he picked up about 12 yards. Got hit. Looks like the defender hit the football. And it flew right into the Iowa State's James's hands. So good job right there by Iowa State. So, man, sloppy in terms of the fumbling, but oh yeah, good hit. No, he didn't bite the ball. He just hit it with his hand. So that means the running back really didn't secure the football. But hey, good job by James. Good pickup. And man, 7-7 action, but there's a lot going on in between. Each team 2 fumble apiece, man. 2 fumble apiece. And you're killing certain potential drives. Iowa State, deep in Kansas State territory, you were literally at the 1-yard line and you fumbled. That took off a score. And right here, Kansas State was driving. They were driving, so they were getting into scoring position. And you took points off the board there. So, but as a fan watching this game, you have to love it. You have to love it, man. And those fans out there in Ireland, if you're not a true football fan, you must be loving what you're seeing right here. So, but I love it. I love the intrigue. I do like the run action that Kansas State is starting to get into, the rhythm that they're getting into. That's what you need to do. That helps the quarterback. That's what I wish Iowa State would do. You're really not running the ball. Focus on the run a little bit more. Give us some run action. So this way, now you can bring the coverage down, and that'll help you in your pass game. So it'll open it up for you. It'll open up for you, and then that way you can attack Kansas State on the back end. So, but hey, we'll see what happens. What's up, Cameron? Thanks for tapping in, man. Really appreciate you. Thanks for the support, man. And everyone, like I said, make sure you hit the like button. Tell a friend about Coach Ed Sports. This is where you're going to get the action. I'm going to give you, you're going to be on the headset with me as we sit down and we talk about the games. I'm going to give you my perspective, my strategy. So, and this is what I'm seeing. Yes, Iowa State, you want to move the pocket because Kansas State has blitzed a little bit more. So you want to, work away from it, but still run the football. Football is real simple. If you are effective in the run game, it opens up your offense so much more. Plus, it helps your defense. Plus, it inspires your offensive linemen because that's what offensive linemen love to do. They want to move the opposition from point A to point B and then open up lanes for the running backs or the ball carrier to get going. So, and then also throw some little trickery in there. Some reverses or whatever the case may be. Get that in there just so the defense sees what's going on. Their eye action, force them to do other things. So, but hey, we'll see. But 4 fumbles in this game, that's what it's all about. Right now, that's the biggest thing. So, we'll see what happens going forward. So, Iowa State will have the ball when we come back to action. Iowa State -5 yards rushing while Kansas State is at 90. So that tells you everything you need to know. You're trying to pass and it's not getting you there. So you're at your own 21-yard line. Motion the double wing from the left to right in the shotgun, dropping back to pass. and pass is just not getting there in a timely fashion. Still, the receiver should have caught that, and pass is incomplete, man. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, and that's the thing. You're putting yourself in big situations like that. Yeah, running the exactly, Dave. Exactly, David. It's important, and it just seems like I don't know. Iowa State is going away from it, so they're in a 2-by-2 pistol formation. Beck's calling the plays, calls an adjustment. There it is. There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You ran outside, and now you just picked up about 16 yards. So good job by Iowa State. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do that. Play that type of action. It's getting a little bit chippy out there. Kansas State defender was on the sideline. You got the guys on the sideline talking trash or whatever the case may be. Let that go, guys. Let that go. Just, take it, get it out there on the field. So stop with all that other stuff. So play clock is running down to 13 seconds. Iowa State is lining up. Let's see what we're doing. That was a great run right there. That's what you want to keep doing. Refs are holding up the clock. They're in an empty set. Okay, they reset the play clock. So it's 2-by-3. Here comes the blitz. He got away from it, and now he just picked up about 8-9 yards. Good job by Beck to avoid the blitz. He saw it at the last second. They came with that cornerback blitz like they did the last time, but he avoided it. He felt it, and he took off running. So good job right there. So I would say, David, I think even in the pros is yes, it's simple. I mean, it's old school. Everybody wants to pass, but the run is just so important. So they're in the I formation, offset I, 2 tight ends, play action. There you go. Now it's the tight end dropped the pass. Now that is not on the quarterback. Quarterback put the ball right there. Tight end dropped the pass, and that's what the play action. That's what running does. The play action was right there. It opened it up. They ran a switch concept right there to the left, and the tight end dropped the pass. And because he was open, it was there. So, and that's what the effects of running. So right now they're running tight, they're running heavy, and they ran 3rd and 2, and it looks like they're a little bit short. They ran a tight jumbo formation, looks like, and where they're spotting the ball, it's a 4th down. It's 4th and inches. So again, I had said it before. I'm gonna go for it on 4th down. Iowa State stopped Kansas State before. If I'm Iowa State, I'm going for it. So right now, what's going on? They're stopping the clock. So here we go. Oh, they're reviewing the play. Okay. So they're going to see if they did get the 1st down. So that's perfectly fine. So now if I'm Iowa State, I'm looking through my play chart, and I'm making sure I find the best, most efficient short yardage play. And sometimes I'll be honest with you. When I played, we had a play called Goose, and basically all that did was linemen were pinched up tight next to me when I was at the center, and the quarterback didn't even say anything. No signals, no nothing. He would just tap me, and I'd snap the ball and fire out, and everybody else would fire out right after I snap. No sound, no nothing. And you just pinch it in. Everybody pinches in, pushing the pile, and the quarterback follows us right up the middle. Kind of similar to what you see with Philadelphia, but ours was a lot different. We just called it Goose. It got in the huddle, Goose, 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 Goose. We knew no sound, just get tight. Quarterback is looking over the defense, gets underneath, ready for the snap, and he would just give me a little flitch. And then whenever I was ready, snap, boom, go. And plays like that works in a situation like this. When you're that close, I think the same exact way. Don't say anything. Just get up there, force the defense to Well, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're not saying anything. Are they calling signals? And they get a little lax. They do. So, Coach, your New York Giants will be improved, I think. I hope so. I hope so. I hope the defense steps up. I hope we get better quarterback play. Offensive line play is going to be critical to the whole season. I'm going to be honest with you. Even for the defense to be effective, we need this offensive line to be, very effective and efficient in terms of what they need to do. So if they do half of what they did during the preseason, I'm thinking I've been saying 6 to 8 wins. If they do what they did during the preseason, maybe it's 7 to 8, definitely. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a long season, so right now, let's get to Washington. That's all I want the Giants to do. So, man, I love college football, man. All the teams, all the conferences. I love breaking down the conferences like I did. I learned some things about other conferences, players. So we'll see what happens. So, and they're taking a look here. It should stand as a call, man, because you can't really tell. You can't really tell. There it is. They're in a tight formation. You're now spreading out. Please explain to me. Okay, you got cute. You got away with it. I'm sorry. You got away with it. On that play, they were tight, they spread out, they went empty, 2 by 3. Then they motioned a guy from a wing guy from the right in, and then quarterback just ran the ball. So here we go, split zone again, and looks like he's picked up about 2 yards. So that's what you want to do. Just pick away, just chip away. That's all you need to do. Just get the defense thinking about run. Then you can hit them with play action. Then you could do that. Then you can attack them. That's why the run is so important. Even if you're getting 1 to 2 yards sometimes, defense will just start looking and expecting run, and they get lazy. So here we go. They motion across 2 by 2. Running back is off to the left of the quarterback. Play action. There it is, right over the middle. Good pass and good catch by the big tight end receiver, Brahmer. So good job, good play. Cleared out the middle of the field. Did they run high-low action? No, he just ran it inside. Everybody cleared to the left towards the sideline and ran inside the pattern. So here is the run again. Exactly. That's all I need you to do. That's all I need you to do. They're running off tackle. Looks like he picked up a yard. I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. Keep doing that, because that's what just happened there the play before that, because the defense got so lax and it opened up the passing lane. So that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Just pick up yard, 2 yards. So we got 2nd and 9. Okay, we have, it looks like tight end to the left, running back to the left. No, you have wing to the left, receiver to the right. And there it is. Quarterback is running. And he overshot the receiver to the left because he was there. He was by himself. So, okay, so it's going to be a 3rd and 9. Good job by Kansas State bringing pressure, moving the quarterback. Don't let him stay comfortable in the pocket. So, you force him outside. He's not as accurate when he's moving and he's feeling the pressure. So right now, Iowa State is lined up. They're at about the 31-yard line of Kansas State. 2 by 2, tight end to the right, motion across to the left into a bunch set. There's the pass over the middle, and it's incomplete. If he had read it a little bit more, that settle right in front of him, he had the over route right behind it. He had the over route right behind it, and it was there. But hey, that's his first sign. That's his first anticipation. He went for it. So it looks like Iowa State is going to line up for a field goal. What is this? About from 30. So it's going to be about a 49-yard field goal attempt. So it looks like they're on the right hash. So he's lined up. Gave the signal. There it is. Well, he missed it. He pushed it to the right. So the field goal is no good, and it's still staying 7-7 as we go. So tough one there. Definitely tough one. But hey, just gonna update the banner. So I'm just updating the banner with the score. And so it's 7-7. Still, I mean, it's still a good game, still good chess match. And who's going to be the one to break over the hump right now? So, and there we go. All right, so I have it lined up. I need to redo that. Let me fix that again. All right, what are your thoughts on this game, ladies and gentlemen? You guys tell me, what do you think? Do you like what you're seeing? Do you think that, the teams need to be doing something else? Let me know what you think. I'm really appreciating this game, so I love it. I love the strategy, but that's me. I'm a football junkie, so there we go. Unpack the action, play action. And Johnson pass, and he overshot the receiver. Looks like Tibbs to the left, to the right. So looks like he was there. Yeah, he was there. Good coverage though by Iowa State. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6. So. All right, so it's an empty set, 2x3. Everyone's just trying to get in their coverage. Looks like they have a AA mug. Here they come with the blitz. And good job. He got it out quickly, but good pickup, good possession by Jackson on the reception. They just ran a little switch out concept, and it was there. So first down by Kansas State. So good job. 3:13 and counting on the clock. 7-7, 1st and 10 for Kansas State. Split gun. They're at about the 41-yard line. There it is. Handoff to the running back. Looks like he picked up, fought through. Good job. Looks like he picked up about 6 to 7 yards on that play. So that's what you want to do. Keep doing. Again, I can't reiterate enough about the run, what the run game does. So there you go. So you guys also be on the lookout. I'm going to be covering the HBCU game tonight, North Carolina Central and Southern. So definitely love HBCU games. A lot going on. Unbalanced, fake action to the motion to the running back, and he kept, and looks like he picked up about maybe 4 yards on the play. So Orange is faking. There's a flag on the play. So what's the flag? So we'll see what you got a holding against Kansas State. So there you go. You're going to move them back. Poitier, number 69 on the play. And why did he flop there? Why did that big boy flop? Come on, man. What are you flopping for? Coach Sark is the perfect coach for UT. Hey, we'll see. We'll see if he can get him over the hump. That to me is the perfect coach. He has the talent there. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's a good coach. I don't deny that. So, but can he get them over the hump? And to me, it's about winning this championship. That is nothing else. You're in the SEC. You're in the right conference. You're in the rich state. Hey, now you got to reel it in. You're getting the talent in. You got to win the champ. You were there last year. You were close last year. Now you got to get over the hump. You got to bring it home. So Yeah, Georgia is there. If you go check out my rank, I actually have Georgia number one and Texas number two, and I believe Alabama is number three in the SEC. So, in terms of how I rank them within the conference, so um, Texas doing a good job. I have to commend them since moving from the Big 12 over into the SEC. I thought it was going to be a little tough, but they're managing, they're competing, you know, on and off the field. So they're doing a good job. And, now's the opportune time. They have to, for Texas, they have to be able to move on. And with Arch Manning, and I'm sorry, I do not think he's coming out. I think he's going to play 2 years as the starting quarterback. But with Arch Manning, you have a good leader there. So, what are you going to do to elevate your play going forward? So we'll see what happens. So, but Georgia is always tough, man. Alabama, don't sleep on Alabama. It's not the same of old, but DeBoer is a very good coach. Look what he did at Washington. He always helps his programs elevate. So the SEC is going to be tough this year. I will admit that. But a lot of the conferences are going to be tough. Big Ten. I'm a Big Ten fan. I think the Big Ten is going to be tough. The Big 12 from top to bottom. I mean, no one thought Arizona State was going to win it last year. They thought they were going to be on the bottom, but look what they did. They ended up winning the conference. So one of these two teams can. I mean, I have Utah winning it this year. So, but BYU can win it. I mean, hey, it wouldn't even surprise me if Colorado got on the grind and really won it. So, I mean, I have them, I think, 8th or 9th right now, especially with a new quarterback coming into play. So, again, the ACC, I have it as Clemson, but, SMU is right there. SMU is there. So, we'll see. We'll see. Georgia definitely reloads defensively every year. They definitely do. So, the quarterback position, I think, is going to be key. Can they get better play from Beck from last year? So, we'll see. Miami, will Beck do well at Miami? Again, this is why I love college football, man, because my brother was talking about Cam Scatterbo, and I was like, how do you know that guy? Yeah, look what he did last year. He inspired that team, man. He put that team on his shoulder. He's the type of personality, the type of player. You may look at him and say, he's not an elite talent. He's an elite talent because he wills the team. He wills them. So when we come back, okay, they have Diamond to the right. They're trying to fake the pass that way, the screen, trying to get action over that way. Quarterback tucked the ball and ran, and it looks like it's 3rd down. So good job by the defense of not biting into biting the action. The diamond formation is pretty tough, so it's a 3rd and 8. Looks like we have action stopped on the field. For those of you who don't know, this game is actually being played in Dublin, Ireland. So they're out there bringing the game international. We see it in the NFL. Well, it's also with college. And as you see, that stadium is pretty packed. It's not a typical college stadium or an NFL stadium. It's a soccer stadium, but that's packed. So 7-7 game, both teams from the Big 12. So this is big for the conference also. It's introducing college football for the year, but this is a conference game. So it's not just a preseason game. It's a college game, a conference game. So you win this, you get an early step up on, the opposition. So the Eagles had some players from Georgia to help them win it on. Yeah, they do. Good conferences are going to get good players all over the place. So, man, the middle of the field opened up on that play. I don't know what happened. You were in perfect coverage. You dropped 8 into coverage. There shouldn't be a middle open up like that. So Kansas State is rushing. So we have a stop on the clock. The referee is stopping the clock for a reason, for a minute. But that was a good job for Kansas State. They cleared out and they got the middle of the field wide open. So head coach of Kansas State is upset because you're taking away their rhythm. That's what they were banking on. They get the defense on their heels, and now the referees allow them to recover and catch their breath. And yeah, it is rough. So here's the pass to the deep flats, and looks like it's about the 7-yard pickup. So it should be second and about 3 or 4. What do you give me? Give me the down and distance. Give me the. Oh, it said it's 4 yards. Oh, okay. So second and 6. So there it is. Same pass, same play. And looks like he picked up 7 yards on that. So he got the first down. So there you go. Very simple. Pitch and catch, pitch and catch. If the cornerbacks are off, that's all you do. This is why sometimes football is not overly complicated. What is the defense doing? If they're playing off, if you're going to give me 5 yards a pop, because think about that. If the defense is giving you 5 yards a pop, 2 plays, you get a first down. You're moving the chains. So motion out of the backfield. Got tight end to the left. He's rushing, rolling. There's no one there. Is he outside the pocket? Because if not, that's intentional grounding. There's no one there. Let's take a look here. So he's inside the tackle box. He's there. Nah, he's in the box. He's in the box. I'm sorry. That should be intentional grounding. Pass interference. Oh, they did get him for intentional grounding. Okay. That's what I was saying. I'm sitting, I'm looking, and he wasn't outside the tackle box. So with that, that's the right call. That's the penalty that you should penalize him for. So I don't know what the head coach is complaining about. Coach, your player was not outside the box. He was not outside the box, so he can't just throw it away like that. He has to get outside. He tried to get out there, but there was pressure there. Couldn't get outside, so has to do a better job of just heaving it down the field and out of bounds towards a receiver who was running vertically down the field. So that's the trick, But when we come back to action, that was a 12-yard penalty, so it'll be second and 22. 52 seconds on the clock. And where are we lined up at right now? Looks like we're can't really see the numbers. Looks like it. Not gonna guess. Let me wait and see until I get a better look here. Okay, so we're at the 42-yard line. There's the pass, and he overthrew and almost intercepted by Iowa State. He overthrew his receiver. He has a little hitch, it looks like, in his pass. Johnson. So yeah, it's like he's throwing a baseball. So he had the outcut and he overthrew it, and the defensive back was there, but he couldn't secure the interception. So it's going to be third and 22. Looks like we're at about the 42-yard line of Iowa State. Yeah, you're at the 42-yard line of Iowa State. So there it is, quick screen action, and good scrape and read by the outside linebacker. Was that a 1-yard gain or a 1-yard loss? It's going to be a fourth down. So if you're Kansas State, do you punt it? Clock is running right now. You have 2 timeouts. Iowa State, why are you letting the clock run? You should have called the timeout. Some adjustments, trying to understand, you're letting them eat up the clock. They get the ball coming back out after halftime. So I would have used my timeout. I would have used my timeout early, taken the timeout, at least force them to punt. So you're saying he got no yards on the play. So it's 4th and 22. So I want to go ahead and get the football and try and do something, see what I can do on the play. So, but here we go. All right, Kansas State took timeout. So, yeah, there you have. There's these. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. All right, looks like they're going to be punting the football. So they're lined up in their punt formation. There's a punt. Why did you fair catch that ball at the 3-yard line? Just let it go into the end zone. Worst case scenario, if it bounces, it kills the rest of the clock. So now we got to come out and you got to snap the football. So excuse my little device there for going off. So, but passing yards, Beck has 78 yards on 6 of 15. Johnson is 9 of 14 for 60 yards. Russian Sama has 13 yards on 7 carries. Jackson has 10 carries on 40 yards. So there you have a little bit of offensive snaps. All right, so they're in diamond formation, victory formation. There you go. So that's what you're going to have when you go to the half. So it's a 7-7 score right now at the half. So pretty good game. You know, sloppy at times, but you know, I like the strategy. Some strategies I'm questioning. You know, but that's me. That's just how I am. So, you know, that's how I see it. That's my aggressiveness. That's what I want to, you know, in a sense, do. I want to put my team in the best position possible to try and win the game. Ultimately, that's really what it boils down to. It's about winning that game. That's just how I see it. So, but let me see if I can get more stats here on this game. All right, here's the box score, CBS. So, total time of possession, Kansas State has taken over time of possession. They're at almost 16 minutes, while Iowa State is at 14. Iowa State has 8 first downs. Kansas State has 7. Third down efficiency. Iowa State is 1 of 7. Kansas State is 4 of 9. Fourth down efficiency. Iowa State is 1 of 1. Kansas State is 1 of 2. Total yards, 154 for Kansas State, 101 for Iowa State. For Iowa State, 60 for Kansas State. Rushing yards, it's 23 for Iowa State, 94 for Kansas State. So there you have the penalties. Iowa State is 1 of 5. Kansas State has 4 penalties for 28 yards. And in terms of the turnovers, each team has 2 apiece. So there you have it. So coming out of half, you know, Kansas State, you receive the ball, continue to what you're doing. You know, mix it up with the run and the pass. Quarterback play has to be a little bit better, a little bit more efficient. You know, get your passes down a little bit more. Let your playmakers have the opportunity to, you know, catch the football and make a play. You know, Iowa State, continue with the run game. I know you're not getting a lot of big explosive yards, but you still want to continue running the football. Just keep doing it. You don't know what's going to happen. You might get an explosive play, but on the other side, the defense might get caught looking for the run, and you can catch them with a deep pass over the top. So now I do have to say the quarterback play hasn't been the greatest. It's been okay on both sides. They need to do a better job. Beck needs to protect the ball a little bit more. He does have that fumble, and then, you know, that pitch for the fumble deep in the red zone. So he needs to do a better job. You know, Iowa State should have 14 points on the ball. So, Arku, what'd you say? Being a fan of the NFC East team. Being a fan of the NFC East team is insane, Coach Ed. Why is it insane? Why? I mean, I go back to to the late 70s to the 80s. That's where football was at its best. It's not insane to me. Are you saying we're insane because we're fans of the NFC East, or are you just saying everybody here for the most part are fans of the NFC East, which is insane? So just clarify that for me, because my head is, I'm like thinking, okay, there's a couple of different ways to go here. So, but to me, NFC East football in the pros is what the NFL is about. I can go back to the days of John Riggins and Joe Morris and Tony Dorsett and Walter Montgomery for the Eagles, and heck, even Randall Cunningham back in the days, Phil Simms, Joe Theismann, Dan White. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's where, there, and maybe the AFC North with the Steelers and the Browns and the Bengals back in the day, but I guess that's me, so it's just, I don't know. It's just, just a beautiful thing, I guess. So that's just how I see it. So, it's beautiful. So, but again, getting back to this college game, it's a great game going on. Let me see any updates on any other games. You have UIW on Nicholas State right now. They're up 3-0, ending the first quarter. Later on at 4 o'clock, Idaho State and UNLV. That'll be on the Mountain West channel. And then Tarleton State and Portland State on ESPN2 at 4:30. On Fox tonight, you have Fresno State and Kansas. That'll be at 6:30. You have Mercer and UC David at 7 on ESPN. The CBS Sports Network, Sam Houston State and Western Kentucky. You have CBS, Stanford and Hawaii. And then on ABC, the game I'll be covering tonight, NC Central and Southern, HBCU. So, I'll make sure you tap in there. So I'm giving you 2 games today, covering 2 games today. So, just excited. Like I said, college football is back starting Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There's always going to be a game on college football wise. So I'm going to at least cover one game one day there. So Alabama named Ty Simpson the starting quarterback. So we'll see how that goes. Again, this is the beautiful thing about college football, man. I'm just loving it, man. I'm just loving it. Earlier I said, when I broke down the teams, Kleiman was turning the offense over to Johnson, who's a dual threat. The identity is composed special teams, situation mastery. If Johnson protects the ball and the Wildcats reload at the skill spot, they've got a chance at the Big 12. And then with Iowa State, he's riding the quarterback continuity with Rocco Beck. And he's coming back in a timing base. Talked about Dominique Anchor, who flopped a little bit on that play. They win with execution, field possession, and a few mistakes. And see, there you go. Right there. Field possession, but they have a short field. They got the touchdown. Few mistakes. They have 2 turnovers. One of them took away points. So, the front key, if that continues steady climb and the front keeps the offenses behind the stick, Iowa State will stack wins. Well, they're not when they keep Kansas State behind the sticks, Iowa State is much more productive. But when they're letting them get ahead of the sticks, they're in a tough situation. So, and that's from my synopsis earlier. So, there you have it. Again, go watch the breakdown. I cover all the conferences, from the Big Ten to the Sun Belt. It doesn't matter. Mountain West, the American Conference, the Atlantic. I've covered them all, every team in the conference. So There's a little synopsis there. Shout out to all my resource information and some of the film I watched. So, but what are you guys' thoughts on this game? You know, are you enjoying this? I mean, are you feeling? What is it? I mean, do you see the strategy? Do you see what the coaches are doing? Sometimes as fans, we just get all caught up on the players. This player and that player. Sometimes we lose sight of the coaches. Can you see what the coaches are doing and how they're playing it? Like I'm questioning Campbell on that last one when he didn't take timeouts. At least give yourself a chance because they get the ball coming out. Yeah, they did pin you deep. Okay, that's a good point. But at least there, if you had a chance, you take the timeout. You see, if they pin you deep, okay, then you take a couple of knees and then you keep it moving. But if the ball goes into the end zone, come out to the 20, you can take a couple of shots. Who knows? The clock stop. That's the other thing. Under 2 minutes, you get a first down. The clock stops to set the chains. So you were in the tempo. So now you can get up to the football quickly and keep it going. You have the spike opportunities. You were roughly about 50 seconds. Give yourself a chance. Because again, like I said, Kansas State gets the ball first coming out of halftime. So I at least want to put myself in a position. Best case scenario, I get a touchdown. Worst case scenario, I move and I end up kicking a field goal. I don't know. That's me. That's just the strategy that I like to play. Now if you don't feel confident in your quarterback, okay. I mean, he does have a fumble, and K-State has been coming with blitzes, and most of the time he's got caught, except for that one time he got to avoid it and avoided the blitz with the cornerback and then took off for a nice run. So sorry, I was just reading what they were saying. Arch Manning winning the Heisman. Jeremiah Smith is the most exciting player in college football. Yeah, Brian Kelly is on the hot seat for me. With LSU, he needs to produce. He really does. And I question if he's capable. So, I mean, I think I have them ranked at 4 in the SEC. Let me see. Where did I have them ranked? I believe I had them 4. I want to double check if I had them ranked 4 or 5 in the SEC this year. I had them, it's Georgia, Texas, Alabama. Yeah, I had them 4. Garrett Nussmeier, Harold Perkins at linebacker. He has the talent. So I mean, Brian Kelly needs to produce for LSU. If he doesn't, it wouldn't surprise me if they let him go. But hey, that's me. We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think? Do you think Brian Kelly is on the hot seat? Lee Corso. Salute to Lee Corso. Thank you for all the great memories. He had a great impact on my love of watching the game of college football. Not so fast, my friend. So, and then of course, the headgear, picking the winners. So, it was always fun watching, Lee Corso. So, definitely going to miss him, and a lot of his antics. So, but next week, who do you have between Texas and Ohio State? Some publications have Texas number 1. A couple have Ohio State number 1. I think Ohio State is ready for the task, man. I really do, especially because it's in Ohio State. And remember, last year they faced Oregon early, and that was a big test, and they didn't come away with the win. So, do you think Ohio State has a chance next week against Texas, or vice versa? Who do you think is going to win next week? I'm going with Ohio State. Yeah, I know, Big Ten coaches picking the Big Ten. Yeah, but they're the national champs. And until you knock them off, I mean, I have to go with them. But who do you guys think is going to win next week? Ohio State or Texas? Let me see. How many big games do we have next week? Yeah, you have that one. I'm just taking a look here, trying to see. You have Iowa State. That's always a big rivalry. Actually, no, that's wrong day. Sorry. So next Saturday, the 30th. We have FAU, Pennsylvania, Texas, Oklahoma State, Syracuse, Cincinnati. Yeah, some interesting early games. Yeah, that's the big one next week. Those are the big ones next week. You have Alabama and FSU at 3:30. So let's see, 4 o'clock. You have FCS games too. So, that's Albany and Iowa. No. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the big game. It looks like next week. So, oh no, LSU and Clemson next week too at 7:30. That's another big game. So, so there you have it. Yeah, those looks like those are big games next week. UCLA Utah is at 11. That's so. Next Sunday you have Tech in South Carolina, and then Notre Dame in Miami. So yeah, that's another tough one. And then Monday you have TCU and NC State. So I know I'll be covering. I'm definitely going to look to try and see about that game on Monday, and then the Sunday game, Notre Dame in Miami. Make sure you tap in. I'm going to cover those. And then, let me see. So I'm going to go back to Sunday for a second. Yeah, I'm not going to do it because we're going to probably do the. Okay. So, matter of fact, never asked you guys, who are your favorite college teams? For those of you who know me, you know I'm big on Rutgers University, in the FBS level. My favorite though is actually my college team, Division III team. Playing in the NJAC, the New Jersey Athletic Conference. But definitely love Rutgers and the Big Ten. But who do you guys follow? Who do you root for? So put it in the chat. Let me know. I'd love to hear who you guys are following. So, okay. And just updating my Twitter or X. Iowa State and Kansas State. All right, so there we go. Okay, just wanted to update, like I said, my page. So, but again, let me know who you guys follow. Um, Maybe I know. I think Arku is a Texas fan. Yeah, he said Sark is perfect for Texas. So, but do you follow a team or a conference? So again, I follow it all. FCS. I mean, I like the FCS. I like the CAA. A lot of the local teams over here, even though some are moving up. Even though I do like North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Montana State. I like that conference in the FCS. They do a good job out there, especially always winning the championship out there. So it's interesting. So. Excuse me. That's the one thing about this game. I will admit they need to clean up the turnovers. If you do a better job of cleaning up the turnovers, it might be a better scoring game. So, but going forward, I'm definitely looking for Iowa State to be a little bit more diligent in the run game, set up the pass. So, there we go. The touchdown, the defensive end, he didn't stay true. If he stayed true and read the quarterback, he makes a play on that quarterback, or at least pushes him to help. So, and maybe they don't score that touchdown. So, I'm definitely looking for them to clean up some things going into the second half. So, second half's about ready to start, and the kickoff is away. And the ball's to the goal line. He's bringing it out. It's at the 15, and he's brought down around the 19-yard line. So 19 to 20-yard line. So let's see what happens with Kansas State. Now, that right there to me is to Iowa State's advantage, because you're keeping them inside or around the 20. So, making them chase a long field. That's what you want to definitely do. You want to make them, don't want to give them a short field, easy opportunity. So it looks like they're at about 19. Motion in. And so it looks like the play was stopped. Sorry, had a reminder come on about another game. Pass deflected again by Ezedu. I think that's his name. So motion across, unbalanced, forward to the left. Quarterback faked the run, faked the handoff, and he's keeping it. Bounced out to the outside, made a defender miss, and looks like he picked up about 8 yards. Yeah, looks like he got about 8 yards, 9 yards. So it might be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2. So yeah, there you go. So he picked up 8 yards on the play. And 14:20 on the clock. 3rd and 2. Kansas State breaks the huddle. They're lining up. Here's the pass. And caught, but did he get to the first down? That's the question. Did he get to the first down? It's a 4th and 1, so they didn't get the first down, and this situation, you're definitely going to punt the ball because you're deep in your own territory. Because if you don't get it, then you're giving them a great scoring opportunity. So Kansas State is lined up for the punt. Punt is away. And the ball bounces out of bounds. So let's see where we are. Got the games coming up next week. A lot of good games there. Definitely gonna, tap in. Looking for it. So good job by Iowa State forcing them to punt, and now you stop them from the opportunity. So now let's see if you can go down and capitalize. So let's see, you're at the 41, 42 yard line. Motion across, play action, deep down the sideline, and ball hit the defender in the back. So incomplete pass. So again, Iowa State attacking deep. Better pass, maybe your receiver has an opportunity to make a play, but that ball died and hit the defender in the back. So it wasn't that strong of a pass. So let's see what happens going forward. Lined up, motion across, tight end in, got a slot to the left, play action again, and front line missed that stunt, and quarterback is sacked. This is why I don't agree with the consistent passing. That may be your philosophy, but your run action, you're taking away your run. The left guard missed that stunt. If he picks up that stunt, the running back is out there in the flat. The running back is there in the flat. He really is by himself. And your offensive line is not doing a good job. And that's why the pass game, your pass game is not doing a good job. And maybe, they're just, preseason, nothing there, misses that avoids the rush, takes off on the run. Looks like he picks up about 6 or 7 yards. So it's going to be 4th down. So this is why, in the opportune situation, I get you in the 1st down. I get it. 2nd down, come back to the run. You could even ran right where they were running the stunt because they would have given you the alley. So now you have to go and you have to punt the ball now. So you took away that opportunity. So it's 4th and 12. There's the snap. The ball's away. And he downs it at about the 15 to 16 yard line. So there you have it. Now you are keeping them deep in their own territory. So that's the one good thing, but now you must secure and stop them from going downfield. Now we have a flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. Okay, looks like there's no foul on the play. So we're going to have a timeout going to it looks like a TV timeout. Yeah, we're going to a TV timeout. So let me go back and take a look at the other game. Nicholas State is up over UIW 13-3 right now, as the only other game that's being played right now. So if you're interested in the NFL, Baltimore is up on Washington 27-3. Indiana's beating Cincinnati 10-7. Indianapolis, I'm sorry. Denver's up 13-6 over New Orleans. Cleveland is beating the Rams 10-0. Detroit Houston is beating Detroit 16-7, and then you have 4 games left to be played. So that's just a little update. I barely watch Mark Holmes anymore. Okay. I mean, hey, whatever you prefer. So, but here we go. There you go. That's it. On the update on the scores that is going on right now. So, but how are you feeling with college football back? Are you excited? I know I am. I'm excited college football is back. Love it. Can't wait for Thursday. I'm going to be honest with you. Get to see my Scarlet Knights, see what they can do. It's going to be a tough battle against Ohio. Ohio is still a tough team. They're in the MAC, and they won the conference last year, so what is your go-to Saturday morning routine before college football? I really don't have one. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't have anything special, so. Oh, Sabrina's not playing today. Right now, the way this game is going, who do you think is going to win? Seriously, who do you think is going to win? It's really hard for me. I have to admit, if Kansas State can continue to attack them with the running game, I think they have the best opportunity. Because they have the better running game. Iowa State just keeps trying to pass the rock, and they're really not sticking to the ground game. They're not incorporating the ground game. So we're back pistol formation with an off fullback to the right, tight end to the right, inside zone, and there you go. Pick up of about a yard for Kansas State. At least they're consistent with trying to run the football. So that's what you need to do. You also eat up clock. You also eat up the clock by consistently trying to run the football. So, all right. So we come back. We're in a pistol formation. Tight end to the left, 2 to the left. Inside zone, the middle opened up. And good pickup run right there by Kansas State. Looks like they picked up about 10 yards on the play. So it'll be a first down for Kansas State. So that's what you need to do. That's why I don't understand teams that don't get that concept. Just run the rock. You eat up the clock. You set up. You take away opportunity for the other opposition. So right now, Kansas State is at their 27-yard line. They tight end to the left, Reed to the right, running back to the left, running back into the flat. Johnson looking, and completed pass, pickup of about 12 yards on the play. So now there you go. You got the run going. Now you can get the pass going. Now you can mix up things. So nice little flood concept that they run. And now they got it out to the flat. And did they pick up about 8 yards on the play? So right now you have second down, 9:55 on the clock. It's 2nd and 1. So they picked up 9 yards right there. All right, Kansas City is lined up. 1 by 3. There's the motion. And now they're starting to get them. They brought around a motion into the orbit motion, trying to get the defense following the look. And they snuck the tight end into the open area. And there's a nice completion. Looks like that was a completion of about 15 yards. So Right now on this drive, 3 of 3 for 39 yards. So looks like they're at about the Iowa State 34-yard line, running back out of motion out of the backfield to the right. It's going to be quarterback power. Good job by Orange reading that, and he was able to make a play, pick up of about 2 yards. So to be a 2nd and 9. So yeah, good job. They ran power pulling the backside guard and tackle, but they filled up that area and forced the quarterback to bounce it out to the outside. So good job by the defense. Quarterback is under the center. Bunch formation. They're doing a reverse. And good job by the defense of reading that. Hey, they got caught. Orange also penetrated to force him to bounce outside, and safety came down, crashed down, and made a tackle. Looks like it was a loss there. So it's going to be a 3rd down coming up. It was a 4-yard loss, so it's 3rd and 13 for Kansas State. So right now, Iowa State, you want to keep doing this, force them to move back, even if you can take them out of field goal positioning. Because right now they're at about the 38-yard line with a 3rd and 13. No first down here. So they're bringing 3, tight end to the flat, and looks like they picked up about 4 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 9. 4th and 9. So, no, 5 yards. 4th and 8. So are they in field goal range? Coach, are you in field goal range? Looks like they're going to go for it. So here we go. So Iowa State, now it's up to you. Play true, but also keep an eye on quarterback run. Don't get caught. Don't get caught being a little bit sneaky. Ball is snapped. There's the flood concepts. And pass to number 5, and he overthrew him, and it's a turnover on down. So there you go. They played coverage. He had nowhere to really go. Rolling to his left. Tried to squeeze it into his wide receiver on the left sideline. And it's incomplete. So you also had another receiver coming over, bringing the defender. So good job by the defense of forcing them to turn over on down. So now Iowa State. Again, now you have to take this and move down the field. Right now, it looks like whoever kicks a field goal has a great opportunity to control the game. So Iowa State, you need to go down, get yourself in position, first for a field goal, next for a touchdown. Now, Kansas State, continue what you're doing, because right now Iowa State is not running, so you don't have the fear of the run. Just play coverage. Bring the blitz on occasion, pressure the quarterback, rush him, and that's what comes into play. Iowa State really needs to get their run game going. They really do. Let me see how many yards rushing they have in total. They have 21 yards rushing, while Kansas State has 110 yards rushing. Kansas State also has 104 yards passing, while Iowa State has 78 yards. So their offensive futility is atrocious, man, for Iowa State. 99 yards. You had opportunities early in the game based on the way things are going now to really push this game to another level. Kansas State has 214 yards of total offense while you have 99. You're not even at 100 yards. Luckily, you're tied. But you're giving Kansas State opportunities. Kansas State also just went for that because now that's telling me, hey, they don't think that you can do anything offensively. You can't. 99 yards of total offense, barely through 3 quarters, while they have over 200 yards. definitely need to amp it up. You need to step it up. That's where this run game comes into play. It sounds like a broken record, but it's tried and it's true. You know, your run game is what really helps you win football games. It's not always about the pass. I know fans love the pass and deep passes and all of that, and I get it. But sometimes a big explosive run is just exciting, if not even more devastating to the opposition. So old school football. Army versus Boston College in Dublin, Ireland in 1988. I didn't even remember that. And Lee Corso was there. Man. All right, Iowa State is under the center type formation. There you go. Now they're running the football. They just picked up 2 yards. You might seem like not like much, but it really helps up. It really helps. It really, really helps. That's what you need to do. Stay true. Get the run game. Force the defense to start trying to crowd the line of scrimmage. Now you can make your passes a little bit easier. All right, so we have 2nd and 8, 6.5 on the third quarter clock. You have the form of a bunch to the left, motion across. Here comes the blitz, crossing pattern, good pickup, and looks like you got the first down with the crosser. So good job there. Good way to hold onto that football for just until the very last second and release it to Green so he can come across, pick it up, and get your first down. So it's the 1st and 10. 6:15 on the game clock, third quarter clock. You're at your 45-yard line. So you're on your left hash. Motion out. And there's a handoff. Pickup of about a yard. That's all you need to do. Iowa State, that's all you need to do. Stay true to that. Just pick away at it. Yeah, because Beck is not really impressive passing. He's 7 of 17 for 88 yards. Stay with the run. Okay, so you're in the pistol, motion in, double wings, play action. Beck runs. He's taking off and he avoids the blitz, takes off down to the left, and looks like he picked up about 6 yards. Iowa State's offensive line, with all the movement and what they're doing, they're causing problems for themselves. When they stay with the simple zone scheme, it seems to be working. So he picked up 5 yards, so it's 3rd and 4. All right, so they're in the shotgun. And Iowa State was forced to take a timeout because they substituted late. That's coaching. That's bad coaching. Get your substitution in there quickly because you know the rules. The referee is going to give the defense time to sub and get their players out so they're not caught. So get your guys in an opportune amount of time because you know the other side has to get their players in, and then you just go from there. Now you just force yourself to waste a timeout that you could probably use later on in the game. You know, there's some questionable moves being done here by Iowa State. I mean, I know I'm being very harsh and very critical, but I am because these are things that, you know what, you should be ready for. You're a veteran club. This isn't a new coaching staff. You know what you need to do to get your guys ready. You know what you're looking to do. 3rd and 4. Okay, this grouping on this part of the field, this hash. You might have 2 or 3 plays. Once you see your ball carrier down, you should be looking at that play. If you haven't already had some type of concept in your head, have that play ready. So, whatever it is, blue falcon in, boom, they're in. So they get in, the other team gets in. You're not wasting a timeout. Because in the second half, timeouts are even more valuable than in the first half. So that right there is on the coaching staff, that timeout, because the player has to follow the rules. And the referee, he's doing what he was supposed to do, giving the other side the opportunity. Coaches, you need to do a better job there. And players, they follow the coaches. So hopefully they will step their game up and get themselves in position to score. Because if you don't score, then that timeout is wasted to me. It is. Right now, I need some type of a score off of this drive. I need some type of a score. So we'll see what happens going forward. So and let's take a look here. Let me have had the box score for you guys. Here you go. There's the box scores. There's the rushing, passing, fumbles. So there we have it. So coming back to live action. In Dublin, Ireland, 4:33 on the 3rd quarter clock. Let's see what. I'm going to change the music a little bit. There you go. No. All right, so Iowa State, double wing to the left. There's the run. Running back bounces outside. And he picks up about 3 yards. So it's 4th and 1. 4th and 1 there. So what are you doing, coach? Just took that timeout. So, okay, so they're going for it. So let's see what you call. Are you running some type of a goose call? What are we doing? So it's 4th and 1, heavy wing to the right. Literally 4 players there. So, and he runs an option, speed option to the short side. So fake the pitch and got the first down. So pick up of about 4 yards there. So good job. Good play by the quarterback Beck. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe he should have pitched it because that running back could have still been running. All right, so you got 2x2 with a wing to the right, slot to the left, pistol formation. You're on the 42-yard line. There's the run, cut back by the running back. Good job right there. Good block, good zone block. Tried to bounce it to the outside. Sama cut back as the offensive line washed everything to the right, and looks like he picked up about 7 yards. So good job. And this is what I was talking about with the run game. You're seeing the product. Stay true to it. 2nd and 3rd. You want to do some type of a pass? Give me a screen. Just give me a simple screen, something simple. Don't make it complicated. So you're running a tight bunch, running backs offset to the right, motion across. There you go. Running back bounces to the outside on the run. So good pickup there. Looks like you picked up about 6 yards. So there you go. Start eating the clock. Run the football. Eat the clock. Take away any positive feeling Kansas State is feeling. So you're lining up. Hey, now you're getting into some type of a quick tempo. So good job. Keep it simple, guys. Just keep it simple. Kansas State. Now you gotta squeeze it down. You gotta, because it looks like they're trying to run on you. Hand off to Sama again, and looks like you picked up about 3 yards. So yeah, picked up 3. It's 2nd and 7. Good job. That's what you got to keep doing. Eat up the clock. Keep going there. So right now, 1:25 on the clock. 2nd and 7. You're in a bunch. Here's the pass. And good effort, good catch with one hand, but he was out of bounds. So there you go. So they were in coverage though. They kind of played for it. So could have got it initially. Yeah, he's out of bounds. It bobbled and incomplete pass. So hand fighting. So no interference on either player. So they're both doing it. So let it go. So we have a 3rd and 7 right now. So 2 by 2, running back offset to the left, center left. There's the pass to the receiver deep into the end zone. There's the catch, and there is pay dirt. There is the pay dirt. So there's your touchdown. Now your timeout doesn't come to fruition, like I said. Good pass, good catch. Skittleson, Brett Skittleson, 24-yard touchdown reception, pass from Beck. So good job. There you go. 11 plays, 67 yards. Ate up 6 minutes off of the clock. This is exactly what I have been talking about. Run the football, then take your shots down the field. Then take your shots. It's tried and true. So there you have it. It's now 14-7. To be honest with you, if you didn't fumble earlier, you'd be up 21-7. You could almost put this game away. So, but good job up front. Slide protection. Safety caught in the middle of the field, couldn't get over there. Got the 1 foot down after catching it. So good job. So quarterback looked like he had inside leverage. Wide bite off of that. Play for the fake. So there you have it. So good catch, good touchdown. Good job by Iowa State. So good way to step it up and play better football. Complimentary football. I keep hounding it. I keep talking about it. But that's what the running game does for you, ladies and gentlemen. When you sit back and you're able to play like that, run, then you take shots down the field. It's not hard. Sometimes we overthink things and we try to do more than what we need to do. So, all right, kickoff is on the way. Ball's in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So, ball will come out to the 25-yard line for Kansas State. 1:07 left on the third quarter clock. So, what is your thoughts about this game, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Tell me what you think about this game. So, they feel the Oh yeah, the lines are really disappearing on the field. It's hard to see. So they don't do this on a regular because soccer fields, you don't really have a lot of lines. So hand off to the running back. They're both forcing him to bounce to the outside. Looks like he picked up about 2 yards. Flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. It's going to be a holding. Because it looked like he was trying to go off tackle and he kept bouncing it to the outside. And usually when that happens, yeah, it is a holding. Because once he's trying to go, you're blocking for one hole. And when you bounce it, offensive linemen or the blockers are usually holding. And the defender moves, which changes the angle. Oh, there's the hold. He hooked him. 83 hooked the defender. So all right, so it's 1st and 20 from the 15-yard line. Ball is snapped. There's the RPO. That was a good RPO. Good play fake. Good pass. All right, so you got a second down there. How many yards did you get? You probably got about 12 yards. So now are they going to just let this play out and go to the fourth quarter? Yeah, they gained 17 yards there under the center. Play action. And good pickup by the running back. Tight end open in the flat. And looks like he picked up about a good 15 yards there. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Let me up that banner. So, end of the third quarter. So, there you have it. End of the third quarter. Iowa State 14, Kansas State 7. So, good strategies. Do wish there was a little bit more effectiveness in some of the play action, but the Kansas State is still there. Let's see. In total yards. They're still leading in total yards, 255 to 166. So they are dominating there. It's just they're not producing on the football field. So in the other games, Nicholas State is still up 13-3 on UIW. So the only other game starts around 4 o'clock, so you won't have anything until then. So, but we're going into the fourth quarter now. So 14-7 Iowa State over Kansas State. So make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already done so. I really appreciate everyone being here and rocking with me. So you guys are phenomenal. I appreciate everybody who's interacted with me in the chat. Thank you again for that. And make sure you share on all your social media platforms and sub up if you haven't already done so. So make sure you also comment. Let me know what you think about the game. Give me your insights, to the strategies, to the players' play. So oh wow. Shout out to my Rutgers women's soccer team. 1-1 draw with Princeton. Right now, Rutgers is 2-0-1 on this season. And again, kudos to them for that. Here's the post on Twitter. College football starts today. What are you most excited for? Of course, you know I said it's college football, NFL, or both. You know I said college football. I mean, I could have said both, but nah, I'm just going to stick with college football. That's what I'm. Okay, so we're going to be getting back to action in just a few minutes. Ooh, that's a beautiful sight there in Ireland. So, you're in the fourth quarter, start of the fourth quarter. Get your fours up if you're excited about this. The fourth quarter is here. It's just a routine. So when we come back to action, 1-by-3, running back off to the right, play action, quarterback lets the ball go, and can't tell if the receiver dropped the ball or it was deflected. But the incomplete pass on the play. So they ran it out and up from the inside slot. And looks like he deflected that. Yeah, it looks like he deflected that and went off of the entered receiver and off of his hand. So good job there. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Pistol formation, RPO. And there's the tackle, pickup of about 8 yards on the play. So it'll be a 3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2. So if I'm Kansas State, right now, I'm running. So I'm either doing some type of read option to include my quarterback along with this. So there it is. Play action, pump and go. And receivers wide open. So touchdown to Brown. So wow, good play. Good play by Kansas State. They would have even caught me on that one because I would have been playing the run. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, you still have your past responsibilities that you're supposed to follow through with, but that was a good call. Wasn't expecting that. Play action, 37-yard touchdown pass to make it a 14-13 game pending the extra point. So it's 5 plays, 75 yards, 158. Now, next series, if I'm Iowa State, I'm going back to doing the same thing that I just did. All right, so here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. So now we are tied again with 14:09 left in the game. So good job by Kansas State coming back, setting yourself up into a 3rd and short. What that also told me that, to be honest with you, they were taking a deep shot because they were coming back on 4th down for it. So, if they did not connect on that, they were still going to go for it on 4th down, because it was 4th, it would have been a 4th and 2 shot. So, still, you probably play the run. And then, like I said, some type of quarterback read option. But now we have a tie score. So, and this game is turning it on, and it's now turning it up. Good job by both schools. So, again, like I said, Iowa State, come back to action. Do what you just did in the last series. Your running game is starting to pick up. Read it. If they start squeezing down, then you can go back over the top. You saw what happened on that touchdown play, because they were playing a little bit shallow for the run and for the crossers. Well, guess what? Now you can take your shots deep down the sideline. So Okay. And let's take a look here at the stats. All right, so Beck has 112 yards on 8 of 19. Johnson 189 on 18 of 26. Beck has 2 touchdown passes. Johnson has 1. Abu Sama has 13 carries for 38 yards. Hanson 6 of 12. And Beck was 10 of 4. Joe Jackson is 12 for 51 yards. J.C. Brown is 2 for 29 yards. Johnson is 7 of 21. Receiving yards, Brett Eskilson, two receptions for 39 yards and a touchdown. Dominic Overbay, two receptions, 29 yards and a touchdown. J.C. Brown for Kansas State, 4 receptions, 78 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Oakley, 4 receptions, 60 yards and no touchdown. So, and there you have it. The current stats right now for the players out there on the field. So, who do you think is your game MVP? Right now, I have to go with Johnson. For the most part, he seems to be playing a lot better than Beck. He's a lot more efficient. And he's leading this team in that drive right there. Just basically says he has this. He knows what he needs to do. So good looking seafood right there. All right, so Big 12 action. We have a 14-14 Iowa State, Kansas State game. So right now the kick is about ready to go. And the kick is in the air. Ball's at the 5. There goes the runner. And looks like he was up to about the 26-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10, 14:04 on the clock for Iowa State. All right, so on the right hash, fumble the pass out to the flat to the receiver, pickup of about 6 yards on the play. So there we go. So it should be 2nd and 4, 13:50 and counting in the game. Here's a handoff right up the gut. Number 26, Hanson on the run. Looks like he picked up about 12 yards. So there you go. Good run right there for Iowa State, which is what I've been calling for all game long. Just keep doing what you're doing. Be smart, be efficient, and be effective. Now they're in the pistol with the offset fullback, motion out with the wing, play action. There's a nice pass and almost intercepted, drop. Every time they go deep on 1st down, it just doesn't seem to turn out right for them. I really don't know who he was throwing it to on that play. All right, so 2x2 with the wing and the tight end to the right, motion out. There you go to Hanson, right up the middle again. Pickup of about another 16 yards. Iowa State is starting to pick it up with the run. Stay with the run, coach. It's not hard. They rotated right out of that too. They went from 2 to single high. So, and no more of that tossing. Hand it off. Good job. Hampton again, right up the gut. There you go. Keep running it. Keep running it. Pickup of 8 yards. Stay with this, coach. You stay with this. 2nd and 2, 12 minutes left in the game. What you're doing is you're imposing your will. Keep at it.
From the depths of the streets, we rise and unite. Through sweat, struggle, we shine so bright. Every note we play tells a tale of our fight.
Same formation, 2 by 2 with a tight end, motion out. Run it again. Inside zone. There you go. Pickup of about 5-6 yards. Just keep running it. What's so hard about this? You keep running this. Now you force them to constrict, try and take away the middle. Maybe you can bounce it off tackle to the outside. Don't be too flashy. Don't be, just real simple. Got a wing to the left, running back offset to the left, 2 to the right, and he goes to pass. And he's rolling, and it's incomplete. I just, okay, coach. That's why you get paid the big bucks and I don't. Even though I've probably been coaching longer than he's been alive. I'm joking. I mean, he's probably scouted. He knows Kansas State. He knows their tendencies, especially when they get into the zone area. So you're at the 21-yard line. So there you go. Outside, run it, pickup of about 3-4 yards. That's exactly what you do. Now it's 3rd and 4. Maybe you get your crosser coming into play right now. Set something up to get your crosser coming across. Or you take a vertical shot down the sideline for the touchdown like you've done the couple of, for your 2 touchdowns. Here they come with the blitz. They're coming with the blitz. Here it comes. And just can't hit the guy out in the flat. He was there, stumbled, Sowell. He was there. He was really there. So now you're going to have to kick the field goal. So good drive. Just that last play. I still say first down. That pass is really what puts you behind the sticks. Here's the field goal, 34-yard attempt. It's up, away, and it is good. So now it is 17-14. Iowa State over Kansas State. Now defensively, Iowa State, you got to step up because Kansas State is doing whatever they want. If I'm Kansas State, going back to what I was doing, mixing it up, you can get a little bit of the pass out there and attack them and get yourself in position for a touchdown.
making waves in this game, stepping it up, feel the thing, want the shit, like
Sorry about that. I was talking with my aide for a moment. But yeah, if I'm Kansas State, basically I'm getting back to mixing it up with the run and the pass. Pardon me. You know, Johnson has been pretty effective.
We making waves, let the rhythm guide. Step in sync now, walk with pride. In this unity, we find our
As you see, you can see Jackson also in the run game.
together we stand, together we grow. Marching to the sound of the life we know. Can't even see, that's why I said, can't even see, strong man, the stand for them.
But as you see, Jackson is efficient in the run game, so you can mix it up. You still have Johnson also to be able to throw into the play with the run game, so he puts more pressure on the defense and stresses them. So what are you guys' thoughts on the game? Are you intrigued by the strategies from the coaching staff, the players? Let me know. Let me check out the other game. It's still 13-3. Nicholas State over UIW. All right, so 4 wins after trailing in the fourth quarter. Interesting. Ooh, they have a high school game later on. Matter Dive from California versus St. Thomas Aquinas from Florida. Ball is deep. We fielded at around the 2-yard line. And down around the 20, 21-yard line. Oh, the wrestlers there. Okay. Okay, I'm cool with that. Football goes to the game, wrestling, so. All right, Johnson has them lined up. Running back offset to his right, 2 wings, RPO, and behind the receiver. It's going to be a second down. Quarterback run, move, make a miss, and picked up about 11 yards on the play, but there's a flag on the play. So let's see what this is. Holding versus the offense. So it's going to move him back 10 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 20 now coming back to action. Yeah, he held him. He held him.
From the depths of the streets, we rise and unite. Through sweat, struggle, we shine so bright. Every note we play tells a tale of our fight. Passion in our hearts, the future's in sight. We making way, let the rhythm guide. Step in sync now, walk with pride.
Good play, moving in motion, cause a lot of confusion. Have the receiver come settle in the split zone action, come across, settle into quarterback's face, pick up the pass, and good pickup of about 17 yards. Injured player on the field. Quick timeout, 9:06 left in the game. Iowa State up 17-14 over Kansas State.
Step to the beat. Rooms echo loud, feel the heat. Proud of my stance, never back down. Rising to the top with the crown. Rhyme sharp as blaze, cut the deep. Brought my homies with me, no sleep.
All right, so when we take a look here at these box scores, again, Beck 9-23, man, really killing me. 119 yards. Avery 19-26, 206 yards. Hanson's up to 57 yards rushing. Jackson is at 51 yards. So the rushing yards is balancing out. Now, 104 yards to 110. Now the averages are not going to be nice for Iowa State, but it's the fact that you're running and moving the chains. That's really what it boils down to, and it helps balance out your offense because your quarterback play is not that efficient. So you want the run game to be there to help the passing game, but also to move up and down the field. And that's what this this run game for Iowa State has done. Conversely, for Kansas State, they have balance. They have good balance in the pass and the run, so they can do pretty much what they need to do. One thing that's really hurting them this game is penalties. Taking a look at the penalty yards. Yeah, Kansas State has 6 penalties for 48 yards, while Iowa State has 1 for 5. So your penalties are really taken away from your play as far as Kansas State, because they're able to do what they need to do to move the football. They just need to be much more efficient in their execution and in their play and not give away penalty yards. One day I would love to go to Ireland. I mean, technically, I am Irish. My last name is Irish. Oh, okay. This showed what happened with the defender. Probably got a little cramp. Tight end into the flat. Pass was a little bit behind him, and he did not get the first down. So it's 4th and about 1. Kansas State, you have 3 timeouts. So now you're going to go ahead and try and make a play for it. Quarterback run. Did he get it? Did he get it? I don't know the way he's marking it. Yeah, he did not get it. Now, if I'm the coach on the other side, I'm asking for a measurement. I am going to ask for a measurement. Now, by asking for the measurement, it also allows them to review the play. can't really tell based.
We out here marching, step to the beat. Rooms echo loud, feel the heat.
It's hard to tell.
Snuffle back down.
Bang,
Rising to the top.
forward.
Rhyme sharp as blades, got
And the referee is right there.
Got my homies with me, no sleep. Gonna take the stage, give it all.
Good field by the tight end. I mean, from the safety to come down and to fill the opening. Yeah, they are reviewing it.
From the depths of the streets, we rise and unite. Through sweat, struggle, we shine so bright. Every note we play tells a tale of our fight. Passion in our hearts, the future's in sight. We making way, let the rhythm guide. Step in sync now, walk with pride. In this unity, we find our beat. With every heartbeat, feel the heat. Together we stand, together we grow. Marching to the sound of the life we know.
Thanks to everyone who's tuned in, tapped in. Hope you're enjoying this game as much as I am.
We make it waves in this game, stepping it up, feel it fame, more the shit, like roll, all below, go to get low, we make it waves in this game, stepping it up, we out here marching, step to the beat.
It doesn't look like, as far as the review, that anything will change.
Proud of my stance, never back down. Rising to the top with the crown. Rhyme sharp as blades, got the deep.
Yeah, the call was upheld, so I didn't think it was going to change. So it's a turnover on downs, first down for Iowa State. Iowa State, you want to put this game away. You want a touchdown. You score a touchdown, you're going to put this game away right now. Not a field goal, a touchdown. You need that touchdown. All right, 3-by-1, pistol formation, tight end to the right. Inside zone, run the inside zone. There you go. Picked up about 2 yards. Defense, it was there. They tried to stop it. But now, he fought through, go forward, got like 2 yards.
We making way, let the rhythm guide. Step in sync now, walk with pride. In this unity,
All right, 2nd and 8, 7:55 and counting.
feel the heat. Together we stand, together we grow. Marching to the sound of the life we know.
Slow your offense down. You're at 28-yard line. Why are we passing? Okay. Prove me wrong. Got down to about the 17-yard line. First down. First 17 or 7. It's the 7-yard line. Inside zone with Hansen. Good job by Kansas State of taking that away. So they've adjusted to take that away. So we're in a simple scene. Good job. All right, so they motioned out to empty, 3-by-2. Motion across, quarterback run, and there you go for the touchdown. So Motion the tight end across to split zone action and cracked it open on the backside. And there you go for the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown run for Iowa State. Pending the extra point. To me, as long as you don't let Kansas State run down the field and score easily, you've solidified this game. You got 6:38 left in the quarter. So if you can get them to, first of all, not score, extra point is good. If you can get them not to score, then you really win this game, hands down. Because then you can go into a 4-minute offense and then just basically run and chew up the clock. So right now, if you can get a 3-and-out on this series coming up, Kansas State, they're gonna open it up. They're gonna open up the playbook, and they're gonna try and run the football. Pass the football, because you want to try and score as quick as possible, get it back down into 3, and then you have your 3 timeouts. So now you can play the time game, taking timeouts along the way, and force them to punt, so you can then turn around, open it up, and then go back down the field the other way. So right now, Iowa State, you got to play the pass first. Let them run. As long as they're not getting big chunks in the run game. So the quarterback drops back, you play coverage, then he takes off and run. If he's eating up 6-7 seconds at a time, gets maybe 3-4 yards, that's good. That's good. You're letting him nickel and dime it. Ball's kicked, received at around the 7-yard line. And there he goes, 21. And looks like he's brought down probably around the 35 or 40-yard line. Good return. 6:32 left in the game. All right, Iowa State is on their right hash. Kansas State, sorry. Kansas State is on their right hash. Running back is to the left of the quarterback. Tight end bumps in, 2-by-2. Split action. There's the pass to, and what did I say? Don't let them score quickly. Long touchdown run, bang. You let them right back in the game. You let them right back in the game. That's what they wanted to do. One play. They just wanted one play and didn't eat up much time. They did not eat up much time. 65-yard touchdown, pass and run. Did a little play action, and I said play the pass. Did a little play action, roll the quarterback to the left. He had a vertical up the sideline, over the top. I don't know what the DB over there was doing. I don't know if you're in cover 3 or some form of cover 2. So there it is. It's now 21-24. Back to a 3-point game. 6:23 left in the game. So game is stepping up. So let's see. What do we have? That cornerback was sitting flat. Why? They were in some type of inverted cover 2. So that inside safety had to get back. Let me see what number 2 does. Yeah, they ran cover 2, and the safety there needed to get back, and he did not. He did not get back deep enough. Personally speaking, I wouldn't have ran cover 2. I wouldn't have run cover 2 there. It has to be cover 3 or quarters. One of the two. Cover 3 or quarters. Quarters means 4 deep. Let him have stuff underneath. Let him have it. That cornerback would have been running with him up the sideline. Ball's away. Fielded at around the 3-yard line. Here's 21 with the cut. Bounced to the outside. and gets it roughly to about the 36, 37-yard line. Good return, though. Very good return. So now Iowa State, 6:13, though, left in the game. Iowa State has to, because this game is starting to pick up. I will give both teams credit. Iowa State, you got to run the football. You got to run the football. You have to eat up clocks. Force them to load the box. Force them to load the box. So right now you have your running back to your left. All right, so you're at the right hash mark, running tight end into the wing. Pass to the flat. And looks like pickup of about 5 yards. Good job there. 4 or 5 yards. Okay. Clock is running. That's what you want to do. You want to keep the clock running. 6 minutes left in the game. So keep going, keep rolling. Pistol formation. You got a tight end and a wing to the right, 2 stacked to the left, motion out. It's going to be inside zone. There it is, inside zone by Hansen. Pickup of about 13 yards. Good run right there. And I pick up that play, what they're doing consistently, because when they have the 2 tight end in the wing, and they motion the slot guy on the left out, they just run inside zone. That's all they're doing. And they give him the opportunity to attack it on the play side or cut back to the backside, depending on how they cut it off. So good job. Clock is running. About 5 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10. Keep running the football, coach. Just keep running the football. I formation. There it is. We've got the skip block. Cut back to the backside. How you doing, Dave? It's going good. The game is picked up. It's 24-21. About 4.5 left in the game and counting. So, and Iowa State went up 24-20, 24-14. But one play later, Kansas State hit a 65-yard touchdown pass. So there you go. What's up, Zion? Exactly. Great game. Start of the season. You know how we do. Love it. Love it. Oh, okay. First half was a lot of turnovers, messy, but there it is, play action. I don't know why you keep passing. Stop passing. All right, so you picked up about, what'd you get? 7 yards, so it's 3rd and 1. Come back, line up, run inside zone. Just run your inside zone. Your inside zone is your most effective play right now with Hansen. Kansas State, anticipate that. Send the blitz. Send the blitz to that. Send the blitz, anticipate that. The inside zone, and send the blitz, attack it, but make sure everybody, your run fits are true. So, yeah, it's definitely true in terms of running the football. So, different formation, tight formation, double wing. Ooh, good pass, good play, good call. You got it, coach. You got that one. He ran the zone scheme away. Tight end just on the backside, chip, and then went right up the field. Good call. That was a very good call. They were all up at the line of scrimmage. It was there. Good pass, good execution. That play, I can accept. You know, plus you can also come back on 4th down if you wanted to. So, good job. Good way. You're eating up the clock now. 2:55 and counting. So, you're setting yourself up to be in the field goal range. You're at about the 23-yard line, right hash. There's the zone run. Keep it going. Yeah, pick up of about yard. Just keep force them now to start taking their timeouts. Yeah, that's exactly what Kansas State needs to do. They need to start taking their timeout. So, timeout. Let them eat up the clock. Let them stop the clock. Use their timeout, so when you score, they don't have the timeouts now. College football, under 2 minutes, the clock stops when you get a 1st down. That's the only way it'll stop, or if you go out of bounds. So what you want to do is you want to keep them in the field of play. But right now, the focus is Iowa State. You went down and scored a touchdown before. I want another touchdown right now. So this is what we need to do to get the touchdown. So get ourselves situated, get set, and let's go. You got 2nd and 9. Do you still want to run the football? I would say yes, because I want them to use their timeout. Don't give them an easy out. Don't. You know, if anything, 2nd down, run it again. Go back to that inside zone that's been killing them, that's been gashing them. But stay true. Run that inside zone if you can. Check out if you see that they're running some type of blitz into that gap. There it is. You're running motion across. They're loading the box. Okay, so they bumped him and kept him going sideline to sideline. They're taking the timeout. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You lost a couple of yards. Now you want to come back. If I'm going to run some type of pass, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to try and hit him with a screen. If I can get a screen off, I'm going to try and hit him with a screen. Good penetration by number 99, which blew up the play. With him causing havoc right up inside, it forced him to bounce to the outside. So, which also lost yards. So they lost a yard on that. It's 3rd and 10. I want a simple pass. Either, if they're playing off, don't bump it to the outside, quick pitch and catch. Let's see what we can make. Or I'm going to run a screen. Get a screen. Let's see what we can get upfield. If I got to kick a field goal, I'm going to kick a field goal. But if not, if I can get a 1st down right now, a 1st down, I think would almost literally take it all away from Kansas State, the opportunity, because Iowa State would just sit back and continue to eat up the clock. So, all right, they're in a split gun backfield to extended motion across. Okay, I'll take that play. Quarterback draw, right up the middle. There you go. Keep the clock running. Did they take their timeout? Yeah, it looks like they took their timeout. So it's 4th down. All right, kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. And make it a 6-point game. Don't go for it, coach. Don't go for it. I don't care what they say the percentages and all that is. No, you don't go for it right now. Kick the field goal. If you go for it and you don't get it, you give them an opportunity to go down, at least kick the field goal to tie the game. I'm kicking the field goal because I want it to be six points. And here's the reason why. Even if they were to go down and score a touchdown, you can come back and kick a field goal to win the game. If they go down and score a touchdown, you're down 4 points. Now you definitely need a touchdown to win the game. No, you kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. Okay, coach. You're putting your chips to the middle of the table. I got you. I understand what you're doing. But you don't get it, man. Exactly. Okay. I'll play with that one. I'll you wanted to see if you can get them to jump and give you a freebie. That's fine. Then take your time out. Oh, no problem. Take the points, coach. Just take the points. If you go for it after after taking that timeout, coach, you must have the winning numbers to the lottery or something, man, because that's risky. Come on, at least kick the field goal. At least kick the field goal. Make it a 6-point game. Okay. Hopefully this don't come back to bite you, Coach Campbell. Just an update, Nicholas State is up 13-6 now over UIW in the third quarter. 2:30 left in the third quarter. Ooh, Philly's ace Zach Wheeler out for the rest of the season. Got to talk to halftime about that one. So, all right, so there they go. Line up in that formation again. Motion across. There it is. Ooh, he cleared out the flats. There it is. Good job. Ooh, did he get in? Did he get in? Touchdown. There you go. Game, set, match. Risky call. Your money played and banked it. Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations, Coach Campbell. There you go. You did your thing, brother. I have to commend you. I mean, you know, am I conservative? Yeah, I admit it. You know, but right there, you did your thing. You got the points. Yep, got in. He got in. Wait a minute. Did he get in? They're going to mark him short. I think they're going to mark him short. Oh, yeah, he's short with the forearm. Yeah, he's short. Okay. Yeah, Zion. Yeah, aggressive. Man, I have to admit, I'm a little old school. I would have taken the 3 and rolled with it there. So, well, here's the thing now. You got 2:18. That means the clock is going to start on the play. Do you run it down to 2 minutes before you run the play on the other side of 2 minutes? I would say yes. Just let the clock start. Let it wind down. Don't snap the ball. 2:18 goes down to 2 minutes. I would snap it on the other side of the 2 minute. Points in a heart. Yeah. I have to give it to him though. That's a risk. That was well worth it though, because right now you're literally in the half-yard mark right now. So, do they start? Oh, it was reviewed, so I think it might be dead. That's right. Oh no, it is running. So let the clock run. Don't snap the ball. Don't snap the ball. Don't snap the ball. Let it get down to 2 minutes. There you go. Let it get down to 2 minutes. Now we're going to come back. All right, so now with this, I'm just going to run inside zone. That's what we've been killing with. It's either that or I'm going to run some of a quarterback goose play. One of the two. You know, not make it too complicated. Very simple. Boom. Let it go. Tight formation. Everybody wedge it and push the pile. Especially if it's at about the half-yard line. Get the touchdowns. That'll probably take off roughly about 4 seconds, if that, 5. And go from there. Or do you just take knees because you're saying you won the game? That's another thing. But hey, you're a gambler. Go for the points. Just go for the points. Go, line up, kick it into the end zone. I mean, try and get it into the end zone. Good, meaningful momentum win going into the season. Not as bad as Florida State last year, but this stadium stays go to die first week. Here's the other thing, Zion. Because they're both in the Big 12, Iowa State comes away with this. To me, it's like a double win because you beat them, your conference mate, and you also get a conference win already, as well as a regular season win. You know, the regular, regular season win. So you're up over everybody else in the conference. You see how they're ranked, 17 versus 22. That's going to boost your ranking up because you beat a team that's ranked over you. So it's a good win overall, you know, if Iowa State can come away with this. So now they don't do like they did the last series where one play you let them go, but you will see. Oh yeah, that's so true. I'm one in the Big 12 already. Exactly, man. Exactly. So, but that you know, first of all, you're over in Ireland, another country, and you're gonna end up, you know, winning this game. Hopefully, right now I'm going for the points. I want to really push the points because I don't want to chance anything. I'm not playing games and I'm going to take the knees or thinking about it. I know I'm taking the points. I want the touchdown where I'm at. Getting in there, points against your opponent. That's points in your conference. All that stuff starts to add up later. So, no, I'm taking the points right now. So, I don't care if the other coach gets mad at me. Oh, take the knee. You should have taken the knee. Not really. Because it's first down, take a knee, then it's 40 seconds. Yeah, you still got to kick the field goal. You lead them time. No, I'm taking the points. Take the points. You're taking the knee. Oh, my gosh. I knew it. Let's just hope the time adds up. Let me see. So 17. We're going to line it up at 15 on third down. I get it. I still would have tried for the points because snap it. Clock starts. Yep, 15 like I thought. So there you're going to on third down. 40 and 15. So you're going to leave them roughly 30 some odd seconds. Then the kickoff, so maybe 20 some odd seconds. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I get it. It's doing the same thing. 6, 5, 4, 3. That's all. That's a penalty. Oh no, you don't even have to kick the field goal. Yeah, you got it under. Okay, good job. I'm wrong. And my math was wrong. My math didn't math up. So, but hey, there you go. Iowa State ends up with the win, 24-21 over Kansas State. This is a big win. Again, number 22 beating number 17, so that's 5 whole points positioning. So, hey, there it is. Great way to start the new college football season. You know, it started off a little bit sloppy. I will admit it. You know, both teams with 2 turnovers in the first half, go into half 7-7, but it picked up in the second half. Iowa State, like I've been harping all stream long, said run the football. And what did they do? They went and they started running the football. And by running the football, they really stepped it up. Now, Beck was 50% on passing, 14 and 28, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns, but no interceptions. Johnson was not 21 of 30, 273 yards and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. But here it is. Hanson, 16 carries, 71 yards. Joe Jackson for Kansas State, 12 carries, 51 yards. Overall, Iowa State ended up with 130 yards. Remember, there was a point in time they had 21 yards, while Kansas State ended up with 110 yards on rushing yards. So there you have it. Receiving, Eccleston with 46 receiving yards, Brahmer 41, Burke 31, Overbay 21. They were two touchdowns. J.C. Brown 78 receiving yards, Bradley 75, Oakley 65, Tibbs 35. So along with 2 receiving touchdowns. So there you have it. That was the overall game stats right there. So yeah, thanks for tapping in, Zion. Really appreciate you. We got to talk later on. I'm going to be covering games throughout the whole season. So we'll talk later. Maybe we'll catch and do a stream together. So, but again, those stats, that's the way the game played out. And like I've been harping, run the football. I kept saying, run the football, Iowa State, run the football. You run the football, it changed the whole tenor of the game. And I think if they had ran this football in the first half, it would have definitely been a more productive game for them. The turnovers early took points off the board. I can make an argument for both. Iowa State, that fumble at around the 1-2 yard line, that was a big one. Especially early, you could have put, been up 14-0 at that point in time. So, but in the end, the results, all that matters is what the results say. The final score is all that really mattered. So let me adjust it down just to say final. So it is now final. Iowa State 24-21 over Kansas State. First of all, thank you to everyone who tapped in, interacted with me. Those of you who hit the like button, I appreciate it. The new subscribers, thank you all for tapping in. Really enjoyed this. Going to be doing more. Trust me, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'm at least going to be covering one game. Thursday, I can almost guarantee you it's going to be Rutgers, Ohio. I got to see my Scarlet Knights to start the season. But be tuned in, ready for the action. So we'll go from there. So thanks, Zion, for tapping in with me. Dave, Podan, Arku for being in here. I really appreciate you. Cameron, Nick for tapping in. Mitch for being in here. I think Halftime was also here. Blaze, Chad, you guys are phenomenal. Really appreciate everyone for being here and rocking with me. So thanks for being here on the headset with Coach Ed. Definitely love doing this. Going to be doing a lot more, like I said. Make sure you tune in. There's going to be some college football shows that I'm going to be creating. One for the Aboriginal, one for the hardcore, where I give a lot of recaps, and we'll talk more football. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the chat or hit me on any of my social medias. Really appreciate you. But I'm going to get out of here. Tune in later on tonight, 7:30 for NC Central and Southern. I'll be covering that too. So appreciate you all. Nothing but love and respect. Talk to you all soon. Peace.
On the field we grind, every play's a statement. Coach Ed on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactics arise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field, we hustle, every snap like it's told. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drop, Coach heads breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.